stand guard both here and abroad, and the dedicated first responders who serve and protect our community each day.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another week of high school football here on YouTube. I'm Jackson Cochran alongside Wesley Turner, and we will be your voices tonight for this Week 8 District 13 6A contest between the College Park Cavaliers and the Woodlands Highlanders. And tonight's game is coming to you live here on the Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium channel. Now, coming into tonight's game, both of these schools are riding high on victories last week. College Park remains undefeated still, and the Woodlands Highlanders are looking to break the Cavs' perfect season. Wes, how you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing good, and you're talking about the undefeated. They're trying to break the undefeated season, but they're also trying to break back into that district title race. Because since they already lost to Willis, if they beat College Park here, then that's a three-way tie. Because Woodlands would have beat College Park would have beat Willis, and Willis would have beat the Woodlands. Otherwise, it's going to be a very hard road for them to get that coveted district title. They're already pretty much locked in for the playoffs.
Yes.
That fourth spot still a little bit up in the air, but with Grand Oaks' win over Conroe last week, they have a more favorable position because Conroe still has to play Willis and Woodlands, and they're actually playing Willis tonight
Yep.
at Yates Stadium.
Very much so. And, well, this is one of these top key matchups, especially with as it being a rivalry week. I know that we were talking about that before we came on air. Not to mention that, you have the Battle of I-45, as you were saying, Conroe versus Willis. One of the oldest rivalries in this district has always been the Woodlands and Conroe. But over past not couple years, but since College Park has come in and has stirred things up in the district, now these two schools, College Park versus the Woodlands, they've always had that rivalry feel anytime that they played because a lot of playoff seedings and district matchups, district contests actually, titles, have come down to these two teams before Willis joined the district.
Yeah, College Park, it's a relatively young school in general, and a little bit of that rivalry comes from the fact that they are technically the Woodlands College Park.
Yes.
So a lot of that Woodlands student pool actually went to College Park whenever it opened. So these people, they party together. They have fun together. They go out together. They see each other on the streets. So this is almost a friendly rivalry, too.
And while we're talking about just the matchup in general and the rivalry and building up to tonight's game, we haven't really talked about any of the players for either of these squads. I mean, coming into tonight, on the opposing sideline, just right over there, College Park, you have Camden Hughes, your junior starting quarterback. You have senior wide receiver Jordan Stiles. You have senior defensive back Marco Beltran. You have junior wide receiver Julian Cromartie. And these are all playmakers that you have to keep an eye on, especially if you're the Woodlands defensive people, because you have to be able to get to Hughes early tonight and have to blanket these top wide receivers for College Park.
Yeah, and we talk about Cromartie. That's kind of a familiar last name for anyone who watched football during the 2000s. And yes, he is the son of NFL LA Chargers legend, or San Diego Chargers back then,
yes,
legend cornerback Antonio Cromartie.
Let's not forget that he had a stint with the New York Jets as well.
I'm sure some people would like to forget a little bit about that. The Jets, almost the team where a bunch of legends went, but nobody remembers them playing for them.
Well, I remember that it was Darrell Revis and Cromartie, both blanket corner at that time. But let's not worry about what's NFL. Let's worry about what's going on tonight. And for the Woodlands, you got to see Jack Dalton taking the snaps, back starting. The last time we called a game together, he was a healthy scratch. He was on the sideline against Caney Creek. Now, we haven't got to see much of him play since then, so this is going to be one of those games that you and I are going to get to see firsthand how well this senior quarterback can sling the pill.
And let's not discount by any means the quarterback on the other side, Cam Hughes, who, believe it or not, 30 touchdowns on the year, 24 through the air, 6 on the ground.
Yes.
We are almost at, I would say, about the 2/3 mark of the season. Most quarterbacks don't get that in 2 seasons of high school football. Nonetheless, in a district like this where you have playoff teams like the Woodlands, like you have Willis, Conroe, Grand Oaks, Oak Ridge even.
Well, looking at everything by the numbers, and we can go into that right before or right after we have our sponsor commercials that we're going to bring to you here on our YouTube channel. But let's not forget that with this is going to be most likely a high-scoring game. There will be some defense, but with the way that both these teams have are strong offensively. I'm expecting something a little bit closer, like both teams are going to at least get 28 points, maybe even more. That's my prediction tonight. I can't really say much more, but at least 4 touchdowns per each team. So what are you thinking?
I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. This is really the unstoppable force versus the immovable object on both sides. But right now, we are gonna step away and show you our sponsor commercials.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Wood Forest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank, we're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Wood Forest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are her. After your annual mammogram, you learn you have breast cancer. But your expert Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Thank you to our sponsors that are allowing us to continue to bring you these broadcasts here on our Conroe ISD Athletics Wood Forest Bank Stadium stream channel. You know, that is a mouthful. It gets like that every once in a while, and I've been doing this for so long that I still have trouble remembering the order of the specific words. But let's talk a little bit more about tonight's matchup, Wes. I mean, coming into tonight's game, like I said, College Park, they're undefeated. The Woodlands, they are they're 3-1 in district, and it puts them at 5-1 on the season because they've already had their bye week. Now, Willis, if you're looking at some of the seedings, they were 5-2, which they haven't had their bye week yet either, but they lost one non-district matchup, and then they have also lost a district matchup to the team that is on the far sideline.
Yeah, College Park, they beat Willis. They beat Willis pretty handedly, too. I believe it was 55-30. It was somewhere in the 30s.
It was like the high
there.
30s. I think it was around 37, 39, something around there.
So that was a high-scoring game, and this is also going to be a high-scoring game like we talked about earlier. I mean, both of these quarterbacks, multiple D1 offers. Camden Hughes has 2 offers from the University of North Texas and the University of Texas San Antonio. But then you go to Dalton, he's got TCU, Tulane, even Oklahoma State and Rice. So these are 2 quarterbacks. They're going to be throwing it through the air all night. And speaking of things being in the air, I'm just going to point something out here.
Go ahead.
These 2 teams have huge inflatables. But the Woodlands, they're already trying to show that they're better because they have an American flag at the top of theirs just to show they can be a little bit taller. They can be a little bit better than College Park even before the game even starts.
I think it's about patriotism right now, not as much as about egos and whatnot. But let's look at a few things coming into tonight's game. College Park on the season, they have scored, and this is with district and non-district play, 375 points this season. Their defense on the year has only allowed 96. If you look at the Woodlands, they've scored 243 points on the year, and their defense has allowed only 76. So they both have good defenses. They will not allow the opposing teams to score a lot, but their offenses can get the job done. So this is one of those, I'm saying maybe both teams I'm going to look at it like this. Let's not worry about the whole score. It's whoever ends up with the ball last is who I'm.
We'll talk about that whenever they come out of the second half.
Okay, that's fine by me. It's a little mystery. We try to have a little mystery and keep you waiting for a little bit more of those nuggets. As you can see, the Woodlands Highlanders run out of their inflatable, and they're all greens tonight. Coming out with the state of Texas flag as they are ready for this big Texas showdown here at the bank.
And I will say, this place, just looking out, it is packed. There is no doubt in my mind at least 7,000 people here. The game, I was told, was sold out at the gate. If you didn't get your ticket before you came here, you were out of luck.
Out of luck. And that's a weird thing to say because not that many high school games, unless it's a playoff game, end up selling out. But this is one of those matchups because I'm looking at the College Park sideline, and they are pretty packed over there. Woodlands, they're full. Now, the season ticket section, I believe that they're all still making their way in, but they're going to they're starting to fill up there. I can see the student section. I can see the bands. This is one of these atmospheres that you eat, breathe, desire, want for a high school football matchup.
Let's not forget all of the wonderful viewers who will be viewing this game from the comfort of their own home.
I hope that you all are in a nice, comfortable place, got the AC blowing. I know it's still warm out today. And Wes, I was a little worried when we were coming to the stadium tonight. I was looking up in the sky, and I saw that overcast, and it kind of made me a little nervous. But you reassured me. You reassured me before we started that all it is just overcast.
Overcast, and the fact that now it's starting to get a little bit darker at this time of year. It's going to be starting to get darker more early, but unfortunately in our area it hasn't cooled down.
No, not at all. But I can see that the Woodlands, they have their choir out at midfield. They are going to do the national anthem for us, so I will go ahead and mute ourselves out of respect for the national anthem and turn them up so you can hear them on your speakers from home.
Stacy Goodshaw, the Chief Master Sergeant Robert Garcia. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by members of both Woodlands High School and College Park High School Chamber Choir. Conducting the national anthem tonight is the Woodlands High School Head Choir Director, Patrick Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you rise, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart to honor our country with the singing of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in. Still there, oh, say,
Thank you to the Woodlands Choir for your rendition of the national anthem, and the ROTC group who is making their way down the 50-yard line. Just so you can, if you're watching at home, I know that we're about to have our captains make their way to midfield. For the College Park sideline, you're going to have number 1, Jordan Stiles, number 8, Lane Legger, number 70, Cole Cook, number 4, Marco Beltran, and number 12, Camden Hughes, and number 74, Brock Minzy. As for the Woodlands tonight, their captains are going to be number 3, senior defensive back, Kaysen Bartolozzi. You're going to have senior quarterback, number 12, Jack Dalton. You're going to have number 24, senior linebacker, Dylan Carpenter. I believe that's all I can see on my sheet before they start lining and going to midfield. We're right inside the apple of the Conroe Independent School District logo. But the atmosphere tonight, I just have to circle back to that, because when we were both pulling in, both schools were having tailgating going on.
Massive
tailgating.
Huge tailgates going on for a high school game. So that is the epitome of Texas high school football. This entire game right now, we got bagpipes playing. There's about 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, maybe even 10,000 people here at the stadium. They are. There's huge inflatables. There's bands playing. Cheer teams are going to be performing at halftime. There was tailgating. This is Texas high school football.
I like the intensity. Please do not let that go away at all. I don't want that intensity on this field tonight, because that's what we need.
The second half. College Park will be receiving. Good luck tonight, guys. Let's play some football.
And you're going to see the Cavaliers offense start things off. Now, they had a bit of a slow start last week against the Caney Creek Panthers, which you might find a little shocking. They had a 3-and-out to start things out last week, but then after that, you had back-to-back offensive touchdowns, a defensive touchdown, then two more touchdowns, and a field goal to go out into halftime. So after they shook the rust off, coming from their bye week, they were able to get things done. And that's one of the things. I know that this is the type of matchup that College Park has been waiting for. This is the type of matchup that the Woodlands have been waiting for. So much on the line for the district, and we are ready to kick things off. And as you can see, teeing it up right now, Luke Crutchington for the Woodlands Highlanders, and back deep to return. Well, you're going to have number 11. Yes, that's right, number 11, Julian Cromartie, and I believe it's number 2, Tate Chwanek.
It's number 4, Marco Beltran.
Number 4, Marco
huge
Beltran.
Threat in the return game. He's already had 2 punt returns for a touchdown.
That is correct.
This year. We'll have to see if they kick it to him or if he can do something here on this opening kickoff.
They might not want to kick to him. They might end up having it be a touchback like before, and then starting things off deep, and Beltran's going to say no thank you, because it goes directly out of the back of the north end zone, and that's it for the opening kickoff. We're still at 12. And we're going to see this offense and defense start things off here at the bank.
At Crutchington, you'll see almost all night, almost every single one of his kicks will be a touchback. I believe in the game that we called with Caney Creek, there was only 1 kick that was returned. All the other ones were touchbacks, so we'll have to see if that keeps up throughout the night.
And here come the Cavaliers lining up. In the gun is going to be Camden Hughes. The bottom of the screen, you're going to see Chwanek. You see number 11, Julian Cromartie in the slot. Number 10, Brian Snodgrass goes in motion, and they hand it off. And it's going to be a decent gain, say about a medium gain, and I think that was number 0, Duke Stevens, to start things off, the junior running back, and they have a 1-2 punch for this Cavaliers offense. Running the ball, you have Duke Stevens, and then you also have Antonio Booker, the sophomore running back, number 23. You'll see him share some time with the junior, but it being now a 2nd and 5. Cromartie in motion. Play action. Throws to the sideline, and Cromartie has it. He was able to get out of bounds right at midfield.
That was a good play there by Cromartie, able to corral the ball. It looks like he lost his footing there, as we'll see here on the replay. A simple out route. He loses his footing. He's able to use his hand to. So it appears we do have a flag on the play.
Flag right at the 30. Woodlands is signaling that it's going to be on College Park. Might have been, maybe could have been an illegal motion because as Cromartie was going in motion, he did not get truly set. So let's wait for the referees.
Illegal motion. Illegal motion. Number 11 offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
And there you have it. So the illegal motion will push him back. Only 5 yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 10 now.
But in a game like this, you have to keep the penalties at a minimum, especially with these high-powered offenses.
Well, last week, College Park, they were only penalized 5 times, so they played fairly decent, disciplined football. Cromartie lining up back at the bottom of the screen. He's going to be blanketed by Parker Stewart, senior defensive back for the Woodlands. As you can see, they're playing tight coverage. Looks like there's some miscommunication from the sideline. They have 10 seconds left on the play clock. Curious if now they're not going to call a timeout. Hughes rolls, breaks the tackle, breaks the sack, and he decides to keep it himself as he runs up the field, and he gets tackled by Parker Stevens right at the 30.
That was a nice hit by Stevens, but there's Hughes for the first time tonight showing off his legs. He has 6 touchdowns on the ground this year with a couple hundred rushing yards, so this will bring up 3rd down and medium for this offense.
The fact that he was able to break the sack was remarkable because you have one of these big defensive linemen coming at you. Not only that, jumping, able to duck just a little bit underneath to get out of the pocket. And there's Cromartie in motion. 4 for 4 yards to get 1st down. Looks like a miscommunication play, and it's going to be a tackle right at the line. It won't be considered a sack.
The ruling on the field is that the quarterback was down. The result of the play will be 4th down.
It looks to be a 3 and out here to start things off for the Cavaliers. Penalized once, and they're going to go ahead and punt it back.
That play there looked like almost a read option with the miscommunication and the good pressure by Joey Bolander. There was no option for Hughes.
Back to return is going to be Kason Bartolozzi, senior defensive back, one of the captains for your Woodlands Highlanders. High snap. Not a strong kick. It goes out of bounds at the College Park, I'd say the College Park 47. And there's going to be excellent field position here for the Highlanders.
It's going to be a big test for the Cavalier defense early in the game. So Woodlands, we know what they can do with excellent field position. We've seen it almost every single week. You cannot give this team that kind of field position unless you trust your defense.
And not only that, you're going to see them coming out here, and with a game like tonight, you're going to see some shows of aggression. You're going to see them go for it on 4th down. They're not going to really care depending on where the ball is on the field. But here you go. You have senior quarterback Jack Dalton in the gun. Jason Haskins goes in motion. Dalton's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to turn the edge. He gets there, and he is tackled right by the College Park far sideline. Maybe 4 yards on the run.
It's the sophomore Tank Campbell, number 31, defensive back there on the play, and he did a good job of keeping that outside contained for Dalton. I saw at the beginning of the play, whenever he saw Dalton try to bounce to the outside, he immediately bounced too, and that's what put him in position to make that good tackle.
Both of these defenses, as we were talking about in the pre-show, have not allowed over 100 points from any teams on the season out of 7 games, and we're going to have ourselves a penalty here. This one's going to be
False start. Offense number 57. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
a lot of nerves early in this game. Kind of feel it. Kind of nervous up here myself. This is one of those games that you had circled on the calendar. Is that kind of what you were thinking whenever you saw this on early in the season?
Oh, for sure. Well, actually, no, because College Park this year, they have almost come out of the blue to go undefeated and handily beat all of their opponents going into this game.
I don't know. I got to see a lot of College Park last year, as it's going to be a handoff from Dalton. Actually keeping it himself. Got the little trick on me. He fooled me, and it's going to be tackled right at the line, so it's going to be 3rd and long here. Could be another 3rd, and could be a potential 3 and out here as well.
This is huge for the Cavalier defense. And honestly, we should have known that they were going to be competitors whenever they upset Westfield in the first round of the playoffs last year.
3 down linemen. They send 3. Dalton throwing to the sideline. Looks like he's got a man, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. He was looking for number 1, Eli Lancaster, senior wide receiver. And I believe that was Luke. No, that was Bryce Cooper, I think, on the coverage, or was James Carabas. But nice blanket coverage. Actually, to be honest, Lancaster had maybe a step on him. It was just slightly overthrown from Dalton. But now we're going to get to see both teams 3 and outs to start things off. Beltran back to return the punt. Booming kick, no hang time. Almost hit back inside the 5, but it's going to be another touchback. So after 1 drive each, still at 0, no first downs at all.
No first downs, 2 3 and outs was honestly a testament to both of these teams' defenses. Both teams had those 5-yard penalties too, which could show penalties are going to play a huge part in this game,
Very much so.
along with the defense, because both teams on multiple plays had good open field tackles.
As I was saying from the previous drive, College Park last week, a little slow start, had a 3 and out to start things off. Then they found their momentum, got the ball rolling. They're going to go empty here. Stevens goes in the slot. Cromartie at the bottom of the screen. Hughes going to keep it himself as he runs up the gut. He gets to the second level. He's tackled for a first down.
Once again, Hughes showing his mobility. I have a feeling that the way that this defense plays, if you can see there, just straight quarterback draw up the middle, and he slides for the first down.
Very much so. Great read. Kind of fooling them. You think that they're going to go ahead and, when you have an empty set like that, you're going to go ahead and go to the pass game as they go empty yet again. And it looks like the Woodlands are going to be sending 3 as well. Hughes keeping himself, bouncing, trying to find a lane, and he is tackled for a mid-rush. See, it's about 5, maybe 6.
There it is again, another quarterback draw for Hughes, which is something that I think they're going to try to exploit. They know that the Woodlands plays an off-ball 3-4. They know that with Hughes and his mobility already and the strength of that offensive line for College Park, that they're going to be able to get 3, 4, maybe 5 yards of carry out of him.
Yeah, as you can see, it's at 3-4, so they have 4 defensive backs. Good eye on that. Looks like they're trying to blitz right here. Throws to the sideline. You find Jordan Stiles for the first down, and he gets out of bounds near midfield. And that's one of those things. Last year, Hughes, Stiles built this relationship, and they have not lost any of that footing. If you want someone to look at, you go to your senior wide receiver, number 1, Jordan Stiles, and here's that replay for you.
And this is honestly the biggest threat about College Park. We saw the Woodlands shift to a 5-2 there because they saw that the previous 2 plays were a Dalton run, but then they throw a pass, and they still get the first down. They're dangerous on all sides of the ball.
They're going to hand it off to Stevens yet again as he dancing in the moonlight, up midfield, gets himself maybe 5. And if you can get 5 yards to carry, you're doing your job.
And we're talking about yards per carry. Antonio Booker, 10 yards a carry. Actually, 10.7 yards a carry on the season.
You're right, that is Booker. I do apologize. I did say Stevens. Good catch, good catch. Yes, Booker had himself quite a game last week. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Became a playmaker, a human highlight reel, to say the least. As they are in split back formation, play clock right at 6. Got himself an option it's going to be a fumble. It's going to be recovered by the Woodlands. Luke Podolsky, senior linebacker, with the fumble recovery. A bad pitch on the option.
It looks like if we could get the replay here.
Ruling on the field is a fumble.
It is
recovered by the Woodlands.
As here
First down.
we can see, it looks like he was pressured by number 98 there, Magnus Herndon, who kind of made him flip the ball a little bit early whenever Booker wasn't ready for it, inadvertently causing that fumble.
And also just they were so close to each other for that pitch. You were thinking that maybe they'd have a little bit more room. It was a quick pitch, and you're trying to keep an eye on what your lane is going to be, and it was an unfortunate series of events there for College Park as Dalton, play action, looks at the middle of the field, and he connects. There's going to be number 18, Jamison Gavin, with the first down.
That was a huge first down. Nothing too flashy there, just a simple throw over the middle of the field. A great job by Gavin, able to break some tackles there too.
Yeah, great awareness, able to get the juke there. And now you're going to have the first spot in the red zone here for the Woodlands. And you get the turnover. What do you want to do? You want to score points right off of that turnover. We're just close to 6 minutes into the first. It's going to be a handoff action. It's going to be a keeper from Dalton again. He runs up the middle. Short gain. It looked like number 4, Marco Beltran, was in the mix on the tackle. Typically plays high safety.
Beltran, he's really the Iron Man for this team for College Park because he plays offense, he plays defense, and is their return man for kick returns and for punt returns.
Yeah, we have seen him come in and actually play some offense, a little bit of a wildcat situation they've done earlier in the season. As you can see, trips to the top of your screen. I believe that is Parker Stewart, who's actually playing some Iron Man as well, as he goes in motion to the sideline as you throw, and they connect with Parker Stewart. Stewart dancing his way through, trying to get the first down just short of the sticks. It's going to be a 3rd and short here.
3rd and short, but yeah, that actually is their defensive back, Parker Stewart, there. As you can see there on the screen pass, great blocking by the receivers. We always talk about the offensive line and how good their blocking needs to be, but on those screen plays and on really any play down the field, the receivers have to block too, and that was an excellent job by the Woodlands receivers there.
Yeah, senior running back Cody Jordan for the Woodlands, number 0, not playing, so you're going to see a mix of different backs for the Woodlands tonight. Right now it's Lincoln Halsey to the side. They feed him the rock. He's going to get there.
I had to see where they spotted. It was really close, and a flag flies at the end of the play.
And I think it's going to be on College Park.
Where they had the ball marked, it's a 4th down and 1. So this could be a huge penalty if it is indeed on College Park.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be on Jordan White, junior cornerback for College Park.
Dead ball. Unnecessary roughness, number 5. Half the distance from the end of the run, first down.
That's one of the things you don't want. They were able to hold them there, and they didn't convert on 3rd down, and now you give them a fresh set of downs with that penalty, even though it's a short gain. But all you have to do, you have 4 plays to get 3 yards.
And that was absolutely back-breaking penalty, too, because whenever they spotted the ball, it was 4th down. So penalties already rearing their ugly head and showing that they're going to be a huge part of this game.
Dalton in the gun. Halsey in motion. Dalton keeps it himself. He finds himself a lane. Is he in? Is he in? They're going to say he scores! Touchdown! Highlanders. Jack Dalton with a 3-yard quarterback keeper.
And this is what we're starting to see almost all night. Quarterback keepers have been the go-to for both of these teams. They've been College Park, they had the quarterback keeper for a first down. Then they had the speed option, which could have turned into a quarterback keeper. The quarterback runs with 2 mobile quarterbacks are going to be huge. And that one, on that one, he scored.
Here we have it. Luke Crutchington going to kick it, and I'm sure he's going to most likely make it to the roof of the Annex building right over there. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is
on the roof. Bounces up onto
Wait,
the
actually,
roof.
it's going to, it's a good, it
fell.
But it fell. He made it to the roof.
He made it to the roof.
Break down that replay here.
Let's see, it's just a simple quarterback power, actually. It looks like he was close to the goal line, but since we don't have any sort of video replay here at the high school level for Texas football, referee's decision, the line judge said he was in.
All right, we're already 8 minutes into the first quarter. Highlanders strike first. Scoring points off the turnover, what you need to do. You get a turnover, you score points. They're leading 7-0 in this packed house. This bank is overflowing.
That it definitely is. Both sides almost completely full, and you can just see that from our fan cam that we are currently showing you right now. Just the amount of people here at this game.
Crudgington ready to kick it off. He's favoring the near hash mark. Beltran and Cromartie back to return. There was a touchback earlier. It looks like it's going to be a touchback yet again. And he actually had a good height on that one. The first kick that he had was kind of a booming line drive, and that one he got good air on it.
Yeah, they don't want to give Beltran a chance to return anything in this game because we've seen he's handled, I believe, one of these punt return touchdowns. It was a bobbled ball, or it bounced to him, so he has the ability to make something out of nothing.
Very much so. And if there's good field position where it's not close to the end zone, that it could be a potential touchback, he's got great vision and spontaneity that whenever he sees the ball bounce, he can pretty much feed and see where it's going to go and end up taking it. Hughes, quick pass to the sideline, finds Jordan Stiles. As Stiles gets close to the first down mark, I'd say he gets 7 on that reception.
Another quick out. You know, we've seen so far, Hughes, he has over 2,000 yards, all-purpose yards, but 1,800 of them have come in the air. So it's interesting to see now that they're not really testing the waters just yet with those medium or deep balls.
And they haven't really thrown to the middle of the field yet, and that's where you get a lot of those big plays this season. Hughes, play action. Stevens rolls right, looking downfield, throws to Cromartie, out of his range. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
It just looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication. Almost looked like he was signaling for a Cromartie or another receiver to go up the field on that scramble drill play.
Well, Tate Chwanek was also in the slot. He was kind of hovering near the 40. But you're going to see Booker come in to sub. Snodgrass is going to be in the backfield with him. And instead of basic huddling anymore, you're getting your plays from the sideline, from the head coach, through a couple of, signs. And you got a split back formation. Stiles in motion. Hands it off to Booker. Runs up the gut, just short of the first down marker. So that puts him at 0 for 2 on third down conversions.
Yeah, with this type of game, 4th and 1, they're keeping the offense out on the field.
I like it. It's early. You're only down 7. You've already let the Woodlands be in this area of the field both times or that they've had the ball. Snodgrass. Looks like he's going to take it. They're going to go ahead and do a couple changes.
If you ask me, this is where you throw a quick out. They're showing a blitz, a heavy blitz up the middle. It's where you quickly throw it to the outside, and it looks like it's going to be a quarterback run instead.
Very much so, as Hughes gets the first down, and that's the first 4th down conversion of the night for these guys.
So you can see there another quarterback keeper, but they saw that they were favoring a blitz straight up the middle. If you see 4th down and 1, everybody's thinking, oh, rugby scrum, run up the middle. But no, the coaches saw that, and I believe the play that they actually signaled to was that quarterback run to the outside.
Cromartie goes in motion. Hughes looking downfield. It's going to be a deep ball thrown to Cromartie. And they're going to say it fell on the ground. You see the arm strength. It's unfortunately an incomplete pass. Deep ball thrown. But I like going for the deep ball on the first down. And Cromartie, he was still pretty blanketed. He had a corner and a safety on him. Able to get downfield. But it shows you that College Park isn't afraid to throw downfield.
Right, which is what we were talking about. And like you said, that was a great pass, too. It just unfortunately fell to the ground.
Snodgrass, looks like they're going to go ahead and take their first timeout of the half.
Timeout, College Park. First charge timeout of the first half, 30 seconds.
So with 2:34 left, it's the Highlanders leading 7-0. And Wes, here's a couple stats for you. I'm trying my best to keep stats down. You have some stats over there. This is the third drive for the Cavaliers. 3 and out, fumble. 1 fourth down conversion. 0 for 2 on fourth down conversions because they fumbled the ball before they had a chance for fourth down. 3 first downs. 1 penalty for 5 yards. Actually, no. They had the second penalty that was the half the distance to the goal.
Right.
I forgot about that one.
If you ask me what needs to change for this offense, I think they need to start attacking over the middle more. Or even play actions or those bootlegs, because now the Woodlands, they're going to be expecting the quarterback runs. So that's whenever you send a drag route or a in route over the middle, and that's where you catch them sleeping, which is something I think we could see in this next drive.
Well, Jamison Gavin caught the pass for the Woodlands right in the middle of the field that set him up into the red zone. So you're right. If you can try to play the middle of the field, as you can see, the safeties, you don't have a high safety. Both safeties are kind of playing both sides of the field as Hughes play action. Throws. It's going to be almost intercepted by Casey Bartolozzi.
Yeah, a great play there by Bartolozzi, able to just step in front of the receiver. It looks like he got hands on it, but he was flying in so fast that it hit him in the chest. Let's see here. To throw. It looks like it got tipped a little bit.
Yeah, it also got tipped. He was looking for Cromartie. But, yes, that was 95. That was Jairi Jefferson, who finds his way in the backfield. Big sack machine. I think he was the one who even was jumping at Hughes earlier before he was able to evade that sack. But now it's a 3rd and long. Chawanik goes in motion, lining up with 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Hughes under pressure. Jefferson coming in on him. Hughes throwing downfield. Throws to Cromartie out of bounds, and it's going to be now 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions for these College Park Cavaliers. And the Woodlands, what you see, not allowing a lot of points. This defense is a big test right now to the College Park Cavaliers.
And right now on that test, they're not doing too good because, like the game against Caney Creek, they're off to a slow start. They haven't gotten past midfield all day, and now they're forced to punt again after the fumble on the last drive and the 3 and out on the drive before that.
It's a nice booming kick. It's going to be returned by Bartolozzi. So he gets maybe 15 on the return. And we're going to see this quick replay here. So yeah, Bartolozzi returns it right around the 16. So actually it's more of a 19-yarder. No, 18.
If you are the College Park defense, this is where you need to get a takeaway or a big stop, because now Woodlands has all the momentum. They scored on the last drive, and they just stopped you big time on that previous drive that they just had to punt on.
This is going to be the furthest back the Woodlands have started off. Dalton in the gun. Ball at the 35. It looks like they're trying to signal over on the College Park side. So Dalton drops back, looking downfield. He's under pressure. Best thing to do is try to throw it away. He actually connects with the wide receiver. That was number 14, Carter Cass, a sophomore wide receiver.
Completed pass for a first down.
Going to confirm that, and now they're in College Park territory. As we could see here, just amazing awareness. He's scrambling. Now he's directing traffic, and his receiver almost turns whatever route he was running into a comeback at the 50-yard, or actually, correction, at the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark him out of bounds.
Highlanders driving. Stevens in motion. Actually, Lancaster in motion as he finds Eli Lancaster. He gets the reception for, say, a 5-yard gain. And as you're correct, they are in College Park territory, Wes. The Highlanders are cruising.
The cruising works is where this defense needs to catch them on a mistake. Because if they're going to be cruising, they're going to be on autopilot. This defense needs to find something that they can take advantage of.
Jason Haskins to the left. You have 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Lancaster lined up solo up top. You see that they're pressing from the defenses. And we're going to have a timeout taken.
Timeout.
From the Woodlands.
Woodlands. First charge timeout of the first half. 30 seconds.
So both these teams, go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, something interesting to note, I don't believe we have seen all but maybe 2 direct handoffs from the Woodlands so far. They've either been quarterback runs or they've been pass plays.
Well, whenever you don't have your number one running back, I know that they've been trying to get Haskins involved and Halsey involved, but yeah, you're right. They haven't really went to the ground game unless it's been a quarterback keeper. And while you wish that you had Cody Jordan out there tonight, it's one of those things that it's always that next man up mentality. And right now, they're getting it done. Right now, they're leading 7-0. If they need to go to the ground, they're going to go to the ground. But right now, this passing game has been working for them. I know this is their third drive, but you had the big reception earlier from Jamison Gavin, got him into the red zone. So continue to feed your star wide receivers, feed the studs, keep them happy. Dalton. Woodlands with trips, bottom of the screen. Hands it off, up the middle. Haskins. I'd say Haskins gets himself 2. But that's one of those things that this College Park defense is really good at, is not allowing a lot of yards on the ground from the run game.
Yeah, that was Lucas Richard and Braden Clayball actually there on the combined tackle, which, as you just mentioned, College Park, good in the run game defense. So we'll have to see. It's 3rd down and short. This is where we could possibly see a play action or just a straight run up the middle for the Woodlands. Both would catch College Park on off guard, in my opinion, as it's something that they haven't done yet tonight.
Well, they're lining up in the pistol. Could be an RPO. As you can see, it's going to be a play action down the field as he connects with Lancaster, and he's short of the goal line.
And that was a great throw by Dalton. Off of his back foot, he throws it perfectly into the breadbasket of Lancaster.
Perfectly executed. Lancaster was able to get an extra step on his corner. When you're playing man coverage, which a lot of schools typically do, you don't have that protection in the zone, or you don't really have a high safety that's kind of your safety net. So if you can get the move right off the line of scrimmage.
Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gullo, Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. Shop GulloAuto.com.
Remember, shop GoloAuto.com. Thank you to Golo for being one of our sponsors of tonight's game. But yeah, as I was saying, as they're swapping to the end of the field, opposite ends of the field, that was the first quarter. First quarter's done.
Only 7-0.
Only 7-0. We were thinking it could have been potentially a high-scoring game, but everybody, they're trying to find their footing, going to get into a groove. Woodlands, they're cruising right now. They're already back in the red zone. They're lined up on the 1.
Yeah, they're actually lined up inside the 1.
Yeah.
If we're going by where the spot of the ball was at this far side of the end zone.
But all you have to do here is punch it in, and you have yourself a 2-score lead. And the Highlanders have silenced that College Park sideline right now.
Let's see if they can keep it up. But this next drive for College Park, I believe, is going to be a huge one in determining how the rest of this game plays out, because this is a drive where now you're down 2 scores. Try to get a little bit of the momentum back. Even try to get just a field goal, some sort of points on the board, just so you can try to take some of that momentum and silence the Woodlands side of this packed house.
The bank is packed tonight. A lot of green, a lot of blue, a lot of red. Here comes the offense. Goal line stand here for the College Park defense. Much needed goal line stand. As you can see, the Woodlands lining up High personnel. Dalton's going to keep it as he crosses the plane and as he's in for a touchdown. That's the second rushing touchdown of the night. Jack Dalton.
2 rushing touchdowns directly up the middle, too. As you can see, the light show showing out here at the bank. One of the new implementations for both Conroe ISD stadiums this year.
A lot of points get scored here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We're going to see Crutchington with the extra point. Good snap. Splits it down the middle. Want to break down that replay for us quickly, Wes?
Yes, it is a simple, once again, just a simple quarterback run directly up the middle, just like the last scoring play that he had. So that's 2 back-to-back rushing touchdowns and the only points of the game so far.
And right now you can see the ROTC getting their push-ups in tonight. Kind of curious. You work out today?
I have not
No.
today. Unfortunately, not.
No. Same.
Been doing research for this game.
Very good, very good.
Which
Nothing wrong with being prepared.
Right, which luckily with 2 high-profile teams like this, these are 2 teams that in almost every single ranking are top 30 in the state. Some might even say top 25 in the state. This is a huge matchup in the entire state of Texas whenever it comes to playoff seeding and just a good game.
Very much so. And as you can see, Crutchington favoring that left hash mark. It's going to be on the far side right now as they're kicking towards the south end zone. Actually, some wind tonight. I can see the flags not waving very strongly, but there's some wind in the stadium tonight. It's going to be a high pooch kick. And it's returnable, and it looks like the Woodlands have come down with it.
That is a huge just mental error there by the College Park special teams. That ball landed. It looks like they thought it was
on
going
the
to go
field
out
and the
of
recovery
bounds.
by the Woodlands. First down.
Wow, that is huge for the momentum of this game. And now this is where College Park's defense needs to step up. As we can see here, look, it's a pooch kick worked to perfection as it bounces, and it takes a bounce directly into the hands of a Woodlands special teamer.
Well, Brandon Claybaugh was doing the right thing. He was working his block, and it bounced back towards him, and that's where the Woodlands was able to come in and recover, and they have excellent field position for their 4th drive tonight. Dalton drops back, throws up the middle of the field, finds himself Eli Lancaster, touchdown, Highlanders.
And he was wide open there. An entire great execution all the way around, and now that's 2 back-to-back scoring plays on 2 back-to-back lineups or plays from scrimmage for the Highlanders, and now the momentum is fully in their favor.
Not only that, they get the ball back in the second half. So pending extra point here. Good snap, good hold. And the senior remains perfect on his PATs this year. That puts him, I believe, at 27 for 27 with extra point attempts.
You can see there on the replay, well, you couldn't see it too well there, but Lancaster ran a almost perfect post route. There was nobody around him whenever he caught the ball for at least 3 or 4 yards. He was wide open in the end zone, and it was a great job by Dalton in the first place to even have that mobility, break the sack, and get into a position where he could throw the ball down the field.
So it's been all Highlanders all this first half.
After what happened on the last return, we'll have to see if they maybe try to go back to that pooch kick.
They've changed up the way that they've lined up with their personnel on the return team. Crutchington waiting to kick it off. Cromartie on the return, inside the 10. He gets tackled near the 25, 26, 27. Maybe it was a 6, maybe it was a 7.
Nonetheless, a hard-fought-for return there.
Injury timeout, College Park.
So we're going to have ourselves an official timeout here on the return, waiting for play to resume. The West, all the momentum has been in favor of the Highlanders right now.
And for some reason, it seems like something's a little bit off about this College Park team. This isn't the College Park so far that we have seen that beat Willis, that beat Willis so handily. But then again, that game was close up until the fourth quarter. We'll have to see what adjustments can be made later in the game.
Not only that, you're getting punched in the mouth right now. There's no way to sugarcoat it. You've had a turnover, technically 2 turnovers because of the kickoff. And if you are allowing these teams to score off of turning the ball over, it's going to really hinder what you're going to try to do throughout this game. This is the 4th time that we're going to get to see the College Park offense this half. As you know, start off with a 3 and out. Fumble on the option. They punt. 0 for 3 on third down conversions.
And that is what has to change. What has to change even more is that you can't even really get to third down. You need to get the first down. First down after first down and get that momentum going here on this drive, which is where I believe that they will start trying to test those over-the-middle throws that we were talking about. Maybe the bootlegs. They show that they're not afraid to throw the ball deep down the field. This is where you got to start taking your chances if you're College Park.
While the Woodlands hasn't been successful, they haven't really got to third down much. They've had 5 first downs tonight. College Park only 3 first downs. As Chiwanik goes in motion, Hughes in the gun. 3 wide receivers, top of the screen. Play action. Hughes going to keep it himself as he runs up the middle, and he tries to get through the line. But as you can see, there was a huge scrum right there. It doesn't get much on that run at all.
It's a great job there by number 95. That is
Jairi Jefferson.
Jairi Jefferson again, who is proven to be a game wrecker so far in this first half.
College Park missing Cromartie right now. Hughes gets blitzed, evades a sack, decides to throw it away. It's going to be an incomplete pass. He was outside the tackle box.
There is no intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box. The ball crossed the line of scrimmage, and the ball landed out of bounds.
It's great pressure there by the Woodlands defense. And now it's third down and long. They're going to have to draw something up here to get the first down, or else this could get really out of hand really quickly.
Yeah, for me, look for number 1. He's lined up in the slot at the bottom of the screen. Jordan Stiles, if he goes in motion, tries to get him, try to test to see what type of coverage they're playing, and we're going to have a penalty.
It looks like they're signaling that this is going to be on College Park, so this would be an even longer third down if it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
And they're going to get senior offensive lineman Brock Menzie on the false start. So now you're backed up third down and 13.
Here we go. 3rd and 13. 13 yards needed for a first down. Stacking wide receivers, top and bottom of the screen. Play action pass. Pocket collapsing, and it gets a batted ball. They're going to say that might have been a fumble. Nope, they're saying it's an incomplete pass. But good thing for Derek Williams running the ball, thinking it was a fumble recovery.
He's letting him live out his own dream there, picking up the fumble. They're going to rule it an incomplete pass anyway, so it's not going to count. But the defensive lineman,
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Result will be 4th down.
So now it's 4th down, and it's not looking good so far for the Cavaliers.
No, it's not. And you have to think, okay, you're coming in here, you're undefeated, think you're untouchable, you think you're unbeatable. Well, the Woodlands, they're hungry. They want to stay in contention. They want one of the top 2 seats in the district. And with it being rivalry, you never know what's going to end up happening. Woodlands has 2 returners back. Looks like it's Parker Stewart, and Kason Bartolozzi. Stewart hit as he pushed out of bounds. That was number 9, Jonah Din, on the tackle. But here we go again. See what the Highlander offense I was talking about. They're going to probably hit the 4 touchdowns I said they were going to get in the first half alone.
Yeah, especially with this field position and the way that they have been able to move the ball. It's not looking too good for Cavaliers, and this is where I said this last drive, but you got to get a stop here now. You got to put a stop to this offense.
They're looking to be lining up in a 3-3-5. It's going to be a handoff, and that's a nice tackle there from Magnus Herndon. I'm sorry, not Magnus Herndon. R.J. Wims for College Park.
That sophomore defensive lineman, you can see here, immediately able to get through the line of scrimmage. He was on the opposite side of that play, so that's amazing speed by the big man just to get into the backfield for a 4-yard loss.
Woodlands not that successful with the ground game tonight. The only success they have is in the red zone, actually inside the 5, a 3-yard rushing touchdown, a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Dalton drops back, under pressure, throws downfield to the opposite sideline, and it is batted there by Jonah Din.
Yeah, that's a great play there by Din. And Din done it there.
Done it there.
A great batted ball.
The intended receiver was Jamison Gavin, who had the nice reception earlier in the first quarter. And not afraid. They're not afraid to throw the deep ball, just like College Park. College Park needs a little bit more time. They're having trouble keeping Hughes protected. And as you can see, the Woodlands, they have no problem keeping Dalton protected tonight. Nice clean pockets. Ends up getting receptions. Trips lined up at the top of the screen. Lancaster, but we're going to have ourselves a timeout here.
Timeout. Woodlands. Second charge timeout of the first half. 30 seconds.
A little bit more stoppage here in the second quarter. We had a lot of momentum going. We didn't even realize that the first quarter really ended. And now, looking at everything here, Big West, it's kind of stalled a little bit.
It has. Score is still 21-0 in favor of the Highlanders, but now this is where they need to be. This is where that they need to go ahead, and this is where they need to go ahead and capitalize on their next drive.
Yep, very much so. And right now, if you're the Woodlands, you're going to get the ball back in the second half. You're cruising with momentum. You're able to get another stop. You're really silencing this College Park offense that has scored over, I believe, let me look back at the stat sheet. I know it was over 300 points, like 375 points on the season, getting shut out in the first half alone. Woodlands need to come back onto the field, still taking some time from the timeout. Here they are lining back up. Dalton in the gun. Steps back 3. Look downfield. Throwing towards the sideline. And it's a reception. But there's going to be a flag on the play. That was a catch from number 2, Parker Stewart.
Looks like they're going to give him on a little bit of a push-off there. Either way, great coverage, and that it is going to be. They're motioning towards the Woodlands side, and they're backing up. So we'll have to see what it is.
Offensive pass interference. That penalty be declined. The result of the play is 4th down.
So it'll be now a 4th down, unable to convert on the 3rd down. And here comes the punting unit. And Marco Beltran back to return. He's lining up inside the 20.
This is where we need another. This is where College Park could really use one of Beltran's electric returns.
Nice kick from Crudgington. And Beltran signaling poison. You have to give it up to this Highlander special teams, this punting unit. They are playing their lanes, and they are making sure that they are not going to get number 4 involved. So now, if you're Coach Coates, it's your 3rd season. You're undefeated for the first time this late in the season. You're talking to your offense.
I think this is where they have to start attacking the middle of the field. This Woodlands defense, they are good at picking up on things. They are good at picking up on offensive habits, and their habits right now have been runs up the middle or passes directly to the outside. So this is where, and you could see just by the way that they are lined up that they are expecting stuff to the outside.
Snodgrass in motion. Booker gets the handoff, finds himself a lane, runs up the middle. He's into the second level, and he's tackled near the 40. That's what they needed right there to start things off. Give it to the sophomore running back. Huge first down.
A huge first down there. Let's take a look at the replay. A great job blocking by the offensive line. A huge block there by number 79, Jordan Grant, sophomore, who was able to knock out Jairi Jefferson off the lane, which opened up the huge lane for the first down.
And it was Jabbar. Well, and it stopped right behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets back to the line. But that previous run, that was Jabarick Sullivan, who probably saved a touchdown there. So they're going to say it's a loss of 1 as they were feeding Booker yet again.
Yeah, it was number 8, Lane Legger, on the play. He just came screaming off the edge for that tackle for loss.
Hughes, play action. Here comes the pressure, trying to evade it, throwing right at Styles' feet. And that's the one thing that has been hurting Hughes. He's getting under pressure. He's not being able to get set to throw the ball. And when you're trying to throw the ball down the field and you're under this much pressure, you're going to have trouble moving the ball.
Yeah, Carlin and Podolsky, 2 defensive players, 2 linebackers who came in on a blitz for the Woodlands, and now the Woodlands, they're showing a heavy blitz here on 3rd down.
Throw to Snodgrass towards the sideline. He finds himself a lane as he gets another first down, and that's one of the things that College Park needed. They finally have their first 3rd down conversion of the night.
First 3rd down conversion and a screen pass, which they have gone to all night, which was a good call in that situation, especially when they know that so far tonight that the Woodlands, they've been sending 5 or 6 people there on the blitz on 3rd down.
And it's going to be these quick passes that's going to have to keep them involved. They're right in Highlander territory. Snodgrass back in motion. Hand off to Booker as he finds himself another lane, breaks the tackle, turning those legs, breaks another as he leans forward just short of the first down marker.
Now they're starting to find their footing, Jackson. This is where you can start to see the momentum building as, again, a great job by the offensive line. This offensive line really starting to show up on this drive.
The offensive line likes to run at them. Now, fresh set of downs. 6th first down of the night for the Cavaliers. They actually did give them the first down.
They give them the first down, but now they got to start running with a little bit of tempo because you got to remember the Woodlands get the ball back to start the second half.
Stevens and Snodgrass in the backfield. Styles in motion. Stevens gets the handoff, stutter steps, meets back the line, gets himself a yard. They're still scrumming, but they're going to say the play was dead. They're going to give him 2 yards.
Give him 2. This is some good starting momentum for these Cavaliers if they want to try to make a comeback or start that comeback. They're down 3 scores, a little over 7 minutes and running left. We'll have to see if they can continue with this momentum here on this drive.
Stevens. Now they go empty. Hughes keeps it himself, finds a lane, and gets a first down, but there's a late flag thrown
Holding.
at the 36.
62.
And a team that was penalized 6 times last week has now been penalized 4 in the first half alone.
So they're going to get a hold on one of the offensive linemen, number 62, Tidarian Rogers, senior offensive lineman, which negates the first down. And once again, penalties rearing their ugly head for this College Park offense.
One of the things that you do not like is getting these types of penalties when you are going in the right direction. 2nd and 18. Lining up with the trips, bunch trips near the right hash or the far hash. Hughes in the empty set. Go for another screen. They find Jordan Styles, but he is tackled, and it looks like yet again number 2, Parker Stewart. And there's another
Dead
late
ball.
flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 74, College Park. 15-yard penalty. That's his first. His second to cause ejection.
And now that's a huge penalty. So now it's 3rd down and forever. And just whenever you have that momentum, you're in Woodlands territory. Now you are backed up to your own 38-yard line. This cannot happen for this College Park offense if they want to get some of that momentum.
And it's those things, you're playing with some emotion. It's a rivalry game, but you have to leave those type of emotions right there on the field, but with the whistles. You can't do things after the play is over. Get your frustrations out during the play. Can't do anything afterwards. So now you're 3rd and 33, 3-3-3. Under 6 minutes left here in the half. Hughes, another screen, this time to Styles. Styles, he has speed, but he is nowhere near to break away on that one. And he's tackled by number 5, Jabarick Sullivan, and that's going to be it for this drive for the Cavaliers.
What started out as a promising drive got killed by penalties. And now it's surprising. We haven't seen all game. They still haven't attacked the middle of the field, even whenever the Woodlands defense, they've been lining up in those 4-3 situations, maybe even a 4-2-5 at some points, where they have left nobody more than 10 yards deep in the middle of the field. So we'll have to see if they try to take advantage of that.
And these cornerbacks are fast for the Woodlands. And there's a high snap. It's going to be a return ball here. This time it's Stewart running towards the opposite end of the sideline, but he gets stopped inside the 10. A high snap, able to be recovered from Van Hinsdale, able to kick it, but that was...
There's no flag there on the hit.
And you could hear the crowd getting involved.
The crowd is not happy that there was not a penalty flag thrown on the Highlanders there.
Well, the fact that it was a high snap and you're running with it, so you kind of... It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to determine, because if you're running with it, you're kind of putting yourself as a running back. But now, this is going to be the furthest back we're going to get to see the Woodlands start a drive. They're 90 yards to the end zone, leading 21-0, less than 5 left to the half. Weird snap to Dalton, but he was able to get a shuffle pass up to Stewart. Stewart trucks himself out of bounds into David Sands.
And there was a little bit of a weird snap. Couldn't really tell what happened. It looks like it might have hit the center on the way out. Won't be able to get a replay on it.
It's okay.
this Woodlands offensive line, they've been really the backbone of this offense so far tonight. Which, if you don't have a good offensive line, you don't have a good offense.
Man in motion for the Highlanders. They're going to hand it off to Halsey. Halsey, short of the sticks. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. R.J. Wims on the tackle. Last time it was a 3rd down situation like this for the Highlanders. College Park did bring a lot of people.
If they did, it's 3rd down and short, too. So I'll have to see what the Highlanders can draw up here. They're going from the shotgun.
False start. Number 22 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That'll be the 3rd penalty of the night here for the Highlanders. Brings up a 3rd and 6.
College Park needs to capitalize on the penalty now. They've got to capitalize and get a stop on defense, try to get the ball and have a chance to score before this first half of action runs out, as we're under 4 minutes now.
Play clock at 9. Highlanders might need to burn their final timeout of the half. That's what they do.
Timeout. Woodlands.
So timeout on the Woodlands there.
So it kind of makes you wonder, what were you working with there? Because you had a substitution from a lineman come off field, and then you could see that the play clock was under 10. No sense of urgency at all from the Highlanders. They went ahead and used their last timeout, and they still have the 2-minute timeout. That'll be coming.
So let's see exactly what they can do. Because, yes, that indeed, they do have the 2-minute timeout. Interesting thing to note, the NFL actually has the 2-minute warning trademark. So that's the only reason why they do indeed have to call it the 2-minute timeout at the college and at the high school levels.
Yeah, we don't need to have any kind of legalities, things coming our way from the NFL.
No.
We're just Conroe Independent School District here.
Bringing you the games in the comfort of your home. All the games that you want to see.
And just a friendly reminder that if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. There is a pill if you're watching on either your laptop, your tablet, your phone. If you just hit that subscribe button and click that little bell to the left, I believe it's to the left, it'll remind you anytime we go live on this channel, and even on our sister's channel. We'll give you that link also momentarily. But Dalton back in the gun, 3rd and 6 situation. Play action, under pressure, throws down towards the sideline, and it is going to be an incomplete pass. And Marco Beltran there on the coverage. Do not see any flags.
No flags down. It will be 4th down and 6.
Saw a little bit of a push off there. I was thinking there might have been some laundry, but nope. Good, clean play. Beltran. So this is one of those things that this defense needed to do. Get a stop here. You have plenty of space for Beltran to try to return something. He's lining up at the 34 right now. But it comes down to the blockers for College Park allowing to give them enough time. High kick. Plenty of Highlanders, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds. Smart play from Crudgington. A lot of whistles blowing.
The bounds, a lot to see. It's going to be good starting field position, too. Now, College Park, they just got to capitalize and minimize the penalties, which seem to have been plaguing them all night. They have had multiple first downs that have been called back because of penalties. They had the holding and the personal foul that put them in a 3rd down and 33 situation earlier.
Exactly. You were cruising. You had the ball on the ground moving from Antonio Booker. You were right there, so close to the red zone, and then hold. Personal foul. Near midfield. 3:33 left. 3-3-3. 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen. Chwanek in motion. Stevens, swing pass, and incomplete.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The result of the play be second down.
Looks like
Injury
we're going to have
timeout,
ourselves
offense.
an official timeout.
We will, but yeah, that was just a swing pass to the outside. Unfortunately, Stevens couldn't handle it. So
This has just been one of those games for College Park that, watching them through the season, where's the electricity? Where is the spark that's missing? And you could say that it's been this Woodlands defense that has been slowing them down. They prepared for this matchup as Hughes, play action, looking down the middle of the field, connects with Cromartie for a first down.
And there it is. You got to start attacking the middle of the field if you're College Park. You've seen how this Woodlands defense has lined up, and as you can see here, he's got a good amount of time, and he throws over the middle. It was an in route, and if he gets a couple more yards of separation there, there's nobody around him within like 5-10 yards.
Closing in on 3 minutes left in the half. Hughes, plenty of time. There are some flags thrown from both sides of the field. Hughes is going to keep it himself as he gets near the sideline, short of the first down, but might be offsetting penalties here.
Holding. 79 offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay the down.
Okay, so they both saw the hold.
Holding on the sophomore offensive lineman and defensive lineman Jordan Grant. So bring up first down and 20. We'll have to see once again a hold. Will they be able to bounce back, or will it be another drive like they had where the hold kind of killed the drive?
Well, at least you're kind of going to be playing in 4-down territory here, because you know that the Woodlands is getting the ball back in the second half. And they're showing blitz here. Snodgrass in motion. Hand off to Stevens. Breaks a tackle. Cuts back to the left. Gets close to right. So he got 9 on that run.
Yeah, he got right up. Almost got all of that penalty yardage back, save for 1 yard. So now it's a more manageable second down and 11. As you can see, once again, the offensive line creating those holes. If you do not have a good offensive line, you do not have a good offense in general, because the offensive line, they're really the protectors of everyone.
Chwanek in motion, and we have ourselves another penalty. Another marker down. I'd say this is going to be a false start. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Cavaliers. Oh, no.
College Park. The timeout was called prior to the ball being snapped. Game clock operator. Please put the game clock at 2:15. Thank you.
Well, there you have it.
It was a timeout called. So now they have one more timeout. 2 if you do count
the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
And right now, you're sitting at a 2nd and 11, Wes, trying to think, what should we be doing here? We have had some success running the ball, but we have to let this aerial attack also get involved as well.
I think you go back over the middle. The Woodlands, the way that they've been running all of their defensive formations, if you look, there is nobody in the middle of the field past 7 yards off the ball. They have been running very close with their linebackers, especially if you line up in a formation that you've ran the ball out of a lot tonight, or maybe even try a rollout, a fake run with a fake quarterback keeper, a bootleg, maybe even a jump pass or something whenever you get closer down to the goal line.
They're given a little bit from the defensive backs. Chwanek goes in motion. Cromartie at the top of the screen. And Hughes is keeping him himself. Spin moves. And is now a 3rd and 2. And this is where you would say that it's now the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Now
we
3rd
have
and 2.
reached a 2-minute timeout.
All right, Wes. Would you consider this being 4-down territory?
I think definitely at this stage of the game, especially when you haven't been able to get too much going on offense, this is definitely 4-down territory.
I agree.
Yes, even more so with the spot that you are on the field.
Very much so, because while you do have a nice kicker in Beckett Koch, which we haven't really seen much of tonight because College Park hasn't kicked it off. College Park has returned every single kick tonight. And if you look at the numbers for Beckett Koch, he does have a decent leg, even if you want to try to at least kick a field goal. Now, Beckett, he is 11 for 12 on field goals, 92 percentage. His long on the year is a 47-yarder. So it's manageable, but at the same time, you really want to get 7 to try to put yourself to narrow this deficit as much as you can. You need to get 7 here. It's 7 or nothing. But the Woodlands have to give it to them. This defense been playing lights out all game, silencing this offense on College Park. Split back formation. Booker in the backfield with Snodgrass. It looks like it's going to be a false start.
False start. 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down. 3rd down.
Little happy feet yet again from number 79, Jordan Grant. Where it was a 3rd and manageable. Turns into a 3rd and long.
But still 4-down territory for sure. Even if you don't get it here, even if you throw an incomplete pass and it's 4th down and 7, you still got to go for it and be aggressive.
It looks like there's more movement at the line.
False start. 77 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
And now you go from having a 3rd down and 2 to a 3rd and 12. Once again, penalties, penalties, penalties have been the story of this College Park offense all night.
Getting a little antsy at the line because you're nervous. Hughes, play action, looking up the middle of the field, finds Cromartie. He gets himself the 1st down.
And there it is again, those in-breaking routes over the middle of the field. That's where they need to start attacking more if you're College Park. It's what they have finally found the Woodlands defense's weak spot.
And they're not playing much zone. It's more of a man coverage. As long as you can get a break at the line, you can have that success. 1st and 10, close to a minute 30 here to halftime. Hughes throws down to the sideline. They were tied up. Cromartie looking for a flag, but it was nice, tight coverage there. And who is it? Number 2, Parker Stewart.
Parker Stewart has been on Cromartie almost all night. He has played excellent coverage all night, as shown there. The 2nd down and 10, once again, that showed they're not afraid to throw the deep ball.
So this is the first red zone trip of the night here for the Cavaliers. Booker lined up to the right of Hughes. Hughes looking downfield. Finds Cromartie, but it's going to be a flag thrown late. And there's also a flag near the line of scrimmage.
77 offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Penalties, penalties, penalties. The story of the offense. So now, looks like they're conversing. Maybe there was a defensive.
There's 2 fouls on the play.
Yeah, there had
Pass
to be.
interference, defense. Those penalties offset. We'll replay the down.
A very lucky break there for this College Park offense.
Yeah, because Hughes uses his spontaneity on that pass. The pocket was collapsing, rolled right. There was a hold. Saw Cromartie. Cromartie being battled yet again by Stewart. And there you have it. Offsetting penalties. But as you can see here,
Interesting, they got trips to the bottom.
yeah, you have Cromartie at the. So they throw to Snodgrass with the screen. cuts up back in the middle of the field, gets inside the 10, and that's going to be another first down.
First down, and now you can sense that electricity, that spark, it's starting to show a little bit. There are multiple first downs on this drive, even coming back from some penalties that have taken it away, and they've been showing that they're not afraid. They're throwing the screen passes, and they were able to get a first down there.
Right now, first and goal, ball at the 10, so it's pretty much a first and 10 thrown to the sideline to Cromartie. And they're not going to say that it was thrown out of bounds. And nothing wrong with trying to go towards your number one receiver on the night coming into the game. Cromartie, 7 receiving touchdowns of the season. He's caught over 500 yards with 30 receptions. He's pretty much caught a pass. He's caught a touchdown almost every single game of the season.
Second down and 10. They're going to probably take some more shots to the end zone again.
Styles in motion, been quiet in this second quarter. Hughes. Pocket collapses. He's dancing. He's going to the outside, cuts back in the middle, and it's now only 1 yard. I don't know. I swore I saw Styles on that crossing route or that little drag route that you could have thrown to. It's now 3rd and goal. Woodlands sideline getting loud. Hughes throwing toward the end zone for Cromartie, and he's in. Cromartie with his touchdown of the night. First touchdown, Cavaliers.
Waiting for the official ruling on the field, but nonetheless, you can see
the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
It is confirmed to be a touchdown. You can see the cheerleaders of the drill team over there. They're going crazy there, as that play was designed to go to Cromartie, and you could tell from the very start that play was designed to go to Cromartie. So we'll get the replay after this point after attempt.
Becca Koch here to kick the extra point. He's 44 for 44, so he's perfect on PATs. Good snap, good hold. Right down Main Street.
Kick was good, and we could see here that play. He immediately looked to that side, and an amazing catch there by Cromartie.
Not only that, the toe tap and off the back shoulder.
Off the back shoulder, toe tap, everything all at once.
And you're dancing in the moonlight.
That you are. They're actually able to get some points on the board here with 26 seconds left in the half. So
now you make it a 2-score game. You're finally able to get that heavy weight off your shoulders. You're finally able to get some points. 26 seconds left here in the half. Woodlands is going to get the ball back in the next half. But as long as you kick it deep, you're going to see if Beckett Koch is going to actually kick it through the end zone. So they would start at the 25. 26 seconds to try to get into field goal range. A lot of scenarios here. Could College Park kind of do what the Woodlands did? Catch up with the Noki-Doke with the pooch kick and actually recover back into the Woodlands territory.
There's a possibility, but if they kick it deep, I wouldn't be surprised if the Woodlands just take a knee and run us into the half. Which at halftime you will see all the performances from both teams, bands, cheer teams, and drill teams, and we will step away for you to see that, as it will be a deep kick.
And it is returnable from Stewart. He's going to come out of the end zone as he goes to the opposite sideline. He breaks one tackle, but we do have a penalty marker thrown at the 9, but Stewart is continuing to go, and as he returns it for 40 yards. But it looks like there's going to be...
Block in the back.
Yep.
Number 30 during the return.
So that's going to negate the return.
And from the spot of the foul, it's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Which means College Park still has a timeout left, so if they want to be petty, they can make them run 2 plays. With only 17 seconds left the Woodlands, they could just take a knee and kneel it out and take us to halftime, which, as we mentioned just a little bit ago, you'll see the performances from both teams, bands, color guards, all of the halftime festivities, and me and Jackson will step away and we will let you enjoy that. Because we can't commentate over that too well. We can commentate over the football game pretty good, but I don't know about you. I don't know nothing about what happens during halftime.
Well, back in the day, I've been known to cut a rug or two. But as you're right, it's going to be a knee taken. And I think that's going to be it for the half. So there you have it. Exciting football. It's been all Highlanders for the first. Did they really take the timeout?
They are going to take the timeout. And interesting.
Timeout. College Park.
And interesting with the
Final charge
knee.
timeout. Game clock operator. Please put the game clock back to 11 seconds. Thank you.
11 seconds, and with that knee, they lost about 2 yards. So now you have to be very careful about what type of play you run, and if you do take the knee, you got to make sure that you don't take it in the end zone and give College Park a cheeky extra 2 points.
I'm surprised. It's smart. That's a great football IQ there from Coach Coates, because you're right. You're now at the 2. You can't take a knee. You're going to have to run a play here, and if you're College Park, stack that line of scrimmage. Play a little bit back with your safeties and your with your corners, but bring linebackers, linemen, stack the box, bring it on them.
Wouldn't it be something if they were able to get a safety here, get 2 extra points, 21-9 going into halftime?
Scorigami, one of the best follows on social media.
100% agree with you on that.
But here we go. And just like I said, you're going to stack the box. So Dalton keeps it. And is he going to – did they get him? Nope. He's right at the 1. He was able.
Ooh.
Now, they're signaling safety, but no, he is short. He was tackled right at the goal line.
Disaster avoided.
But that does it for the half, West.
That's the end of the first half.
So, yes, as both teams go to the field houses, we are going to see the College Park band and drill team take the field first, followed by the Woodlands Highlanders band and drill team. Please enjoy the halftime festivities. Wes and I will be back to cover the second half of football. Right now, the Woodlands Highlanders leading 21-7. Enjoy the half. We will see you in a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight to review and pleasure the award-winning programs of the College Park Cavaliers Marching Band, College Park Cavaliers, and our featured twirler, J.C. Conway, under the coaching of Kaylee Mickey and Madison Buck-Hurdy. Woodlands College Park High School is proud to present the award-winning Cavaliers. The regular officers are Major Kayla Sickles, Lieutenant Major Addison Belcher, Senior Lieutenants Brooke McGrath, Lily Rickabaugh, and Elise Travis. Your social officers are President Reagan Davenport, Vice President Samantha Tooley, Spirit Chair Holly Henshaw, and new member liaisons Quinn McDonald and Lizzie Stousen. The Rookie of the Week is Emma Leonard. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Lily Miller. And the Revelator of the Week is Avery Leslie. The Revelators on the direction of Miss Allison Lowry and Hillary Bricker. Tonight, Revelators performing their halftime pond routine to Funky Town. Take it away, Revelators. Ladies and gentlemen, now forming on the Woodlands Stadium field is a 240-member strong Mighty Cavaliers marching band. Last Saturday, the Cavalier band competed in the Lone Star Pregame marching contest, and they ended up finishing in second place overall. Let's hear it for our Cavalier band. This Tuesday, the Cavalier band is performing at 3:30 for the District UIL marching competition here at Woodlands Stadium. We would like to wish both the Woodlands band and the College Park band good luck in these competitions. We welcome you to come out and support these great bands on Tuesday. Tonight, the Cavalier band would also like to extend a big Texas-sized thank you and appreciation to our loyal partner sponsors for this season, Express Family Clinic and KISS Aesthetics. We really appreciate all your support of our band. Award-winning Cavalier band is under direction of Mr. Jeff Corning. Assistant band director is Mr. Aaron Owens. Percussion director is Mr. Rob Savala. And the color guard director is Mr. Fernando Rodriguez. Your Cavalier band drum majors are Owen Herring, Alexander Harris, Ella Wagner, and Derek Walker. Our section of the week is the color guard. Tonight our band is excited to show you their 2025 show titled Glow. And now, get ready to enjoy a great show. It's time to watch these great young men and women perform for you the sights and sounds of the award-winning Cavalier marching band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Woodlands High School is proud to present the award-winning Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Steppers. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2025 contest show entitled High Five. The band is under the field direction of drum major team Laura Lewis, Kaylin Park, Elizabeth Salinas, Amelie Legaspi, and Caroline Sullivan. Percussion captains Camden Bluff, Carson McGurk, and Addison May. Guard captains Cameron Burkett, Lynn Bowman, and Maddie Lee. This year's band co-presidents are Lauren Fountain and Nicole Fountain, and the vice president is Claire Blockham. Historians are Ava Dickard, Audrey Bush, and Mariana and August Wolfhard. Secretaries, Gonzalo Orlando Ortega, Ellie Morad, Ian Simpson, Liam Tuttle, and Benjamin Brookline. Guard lieutenants, Sailor Osborne, Vicky Hoppel, and Valeria Garcia. Guard squad leaders, Ava Gautier, Lori Smeater, and Caitlin Wisnowski. Guard social officers, Louise Klein and Allison Jeffes. Guard skill leaders, Ali Yonke and Julia Zeta. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band. Woodlands High School High Steppers. The 2025-2026 High Stepper officers are Lieutenants Ace Henry, Brianna Hildebrand, Holly Lynch, Hayden Moss, and Riley Holt. Captains Elle Hewlett and Ed Tolliver, and Major Arthur Oakley. Tonight, the High Steppers are reporting a victory team to Captain America. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025-2026 Woodlands High School High Steppers. We're proud to support Highlander football. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School marching band and high steppers. The Woodlands band would like to congratulate the Highlands Park band on their outstanding performances in scores at Lone Star Preview last weekend, and we wish you all the best throughout UIL and BOA contest season. The band and the high steppers would also like to welcome the McCullough Junior High School color guard 8th graders and the Highland girls and thank them for being here with us tonight. So please let them feel welcome.
And here come the Highlanders, who currently have a 21-7 lead here in Shenandoah, Texas, here at the wonderful Wood Forest Bank Stadium. As you can see the lights of the stadium going off as we are getting ready for some second half action here tonight. Jackson, this College Park team, they were able to score on the last drive that they have. Almost were a half yard away from getting 2 more points at the end of the half. What do you think needs to be done to erase that 14-point deficit?
Well, right now, coming into the half, from what we've seen, it's been all Highlanders on the offense. You've had a couple of good stops late in the second quarter for College Park. You got to start these Highlanders back deep. You know that they can get cruising whenever they're close to midfield. Get them like right there, have them touch the ball back. When they're playing with the long field, they kind of crumble a little bit. Not saying that they fully crumble. They're just having trouble with the momentum. But you get them pinned back like you saw before the half. Lo and behold, you were able to almost get a safety. You had them go down to about the 10-yard line a couple drives prior. Yeah, you get them back deep, give them a long field to work with, and they lose a little bit of the momentum. So let's see what the College Park what the College Park defense has in store. Because you're down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, you have to try to find a little bit of a momentum swing. You got to get a big stop. You can't let the Highlanders strike here. And if you're looking at the Highlanders, continue to do what you're doing, man. You've been able to shut out this high-flying offense all the way until the end of the second quarter.
It will be Stewart, the lone deep returner for the Woodlands. Beckett Cook on to kick. The kick is away. It looks like it can be returned. And it will be returned up the middle. He's going to try to find some open field, and he's going to get down close to midfield, the 44-yard line. An electric return there for Stewart on the opening kickoff to open up this second half.
And here you go. Here comes the kick right down, right close. You're thinking that it's going to be a touchback, but no. He's going to go ahead and keep it out of the end zone and finds a huge lane there. You did see a little bit of hold right there, but it was missed. But a nice, excellent return. Great field position here for the Highlanders to start things off close to midfield.
Dalton, the senior quarterback, will come out in the shotgun formation or the pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Running back lined up to his left. Going to be a quick out. Going to try to find some room. Number 18 there, Jamison Gavin, senior wide receiver there on the gain of 8 yards.
A nice underneath throw to the sideline. Then you see Marco Beltran playing deep in for safety, able to make that stop there. But, yeah, this is the one thing. You're going to have those nice underneath throws for the Highlanders, as you've seen throughout the first half.
Dalton tries to get Cavaliers jump off sides. They stay put. 2nd down and 2 from the Cavalier 49. Dalton's going to take the snap. Now he's going to look to run it with him himself. Good tackle there by that's number 17 for the Cavaliers. That is Brandon Clayball. But before he gets tackled, Dalton will get the first down.
And that's the first down here of the half. And they're already back into College Park territory. You haven't seen them try to go downfield yet, work the middle of the field, but just be patient with this Highlander offense. They're trying to control the line of scrimmage, try to get these underneath safe throws. Eventually they're going to take the gamble and throw it downfield, and that's where they're going to attack and execute.
Parker Stewart listed as a defensive back, but now he's going to come into the game and line up at running back. He's going to motion out to the slot. Dalton's going to look to throw. It's being pressured, but it's going to be intercepted by the Cavaliers, and he's got a convoy. He's running down the 40, the 35, the 20. He's going to be tackled inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for this Cavalier defense.
The ruling on the field is an
Jonah
interception by College Park.
Jonah Din playing ball hawking coverage, able to get a jump. Let's watch this replay here. He drops back, plenty time, clean pocket. RJ Wims off the edge. No, Jonah Din jumps it, intercepts it, catches him off guard, goes down in Highlander territory, and you know that these Highlanders are frustrated. This is the type of thing that the Cavaliers needed to get them back into this game.
An amazing, like you said, ball hogging interception there. That was an amazing analyst by you, Jackson. So thank you for that.
I don't know. It's like I've been doing this for a couple of years.
As now Hughes will line up in the backfield, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. It looks like we're going to have a penalty, most likely a false start.
False start, 62 offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Wes, this is the thing all night long. The Cavaliers, this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 penalties. 9 penalties tonight. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 false starts already. You think that you're in the field house, you're having your little break. Do y'all get orange slices in there? Do they give y'all orange slices? Y'all get a snack?
I was on JV. They didn't give us anything. They gave us water.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Not even Gatorade?
No, it's now Hughes. Lineup is going to take the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. Something that we see. Runs over a defender and gets the first down. That's something you love to see. The quarterback getting physical on the run for the first down.
Physicality, as you're saying, it's going to be an RPO right up the gut. Gets there. No, sir. No, thank you. I will truck you, and I will go down into the red zone.
First down and 10. Hughes takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be behind the back, one-handed catch. An amazing catch there by Duke Stevens. And now this is what we expected to see from this College Park offense. The electricity. You can feel it in the booth. You can feel it in the stands.
Little swing pass. Duke Stevens or Harry Houdini with that snag. Gets out of bounds right there near the pylon. First and goal. Let's go, Cavs.
Second down and goal,
my bad.
From the 2. Hughes, it's going to be a handoff to Stevens, who gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers, to cut down the lead to 1 score.
We have ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to cut back on that replay, but yes, give the ball back to the man who got you there this drive. Hughes and Stevens. Well executed. Coming off, that's what you need to do. You get a turnover, get points from the turnover. That's what College Park did.
Beckett Cook on to kick. He's lining it up. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good into the second level of the building that is right next to the field, as there is a penalty now.
We're going to break down the replay. Just a quick dive up the gut. But yes, that's going to be most likely a false start where they're going to go ahead and push him back yet again. But yeah, Wes.
Holding. Number 15.
No, it's a hold.
It's a hold, so that's going to make this extra point a little bit longer, which now it's very interesting because every single point matters here in this ball game.
And Coke has been perfect on his PATs all night. Actually, on the season, he's been completely perfect. He has missed 1 field goal so far this season. He has made the longest that he's actually been able to make was a 47-yarder earlier this year.
We'll be kicking this point after attempt from the 20-yard line is where the holder is. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the penalty will not change the outcome, as now the Cavaliers cutting down, trying to chip away at that lead a little bit, as now the Woodlands only have a 21-14 lead. 10 minutes and 35 seconds here left in the third quarter. What does College Park need to do to keep capitalizing on this newfound momentum?
Well, as you can see, they came back into this. They came back. They were able to get an interception, and it looked like the Woodlands were in a groove. They were finding some momentum. They were close to midfield. Jonah Dinn, it was just a matter of time before a turnover was about to happen that was going to favor the Cavaliers, and that's what happened. You were able to play, watch where he was making his read, where Dalton was making that read, jump up, get that interception. It was timed perfectly, and that's going to be a highlight you're going to get to see after the end of the game, and that could be one of those factors that puts the game back in the hands of these Cavaliers.
Stewart had an electric return to start this second half. We'll have to see if he can replicate it. As Cook teeing up the ball. A sold-out crowd here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium.
Ching ching.
As now you can hear the sounds of the bands playing, trying to fire up their respective teams. As the kick is away, a little bit of a pooch. We'll have to see if they return it. They will return it. That's a live football. Stewart, or not Stewart, will pick it up, and he's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. That was Jabriak Sullivan there. Looks like him and Stewart both went for the ball. Classic little, I got it moment. Ball dropped, but a great job there by the coverage team for College Park.
100%. You have the coverage team that are coming down the line. That is one of those things that you need to have that communication. And not only that, sophomore running back on special teams, Antonio Booker for the Cavs, able to get down there. And this is what I was saying. You pin the Highlanders back deep. They have a long field to work with. It takes them a little bit to get things going. This College Park defense, they're more disciplined on that side of the ball. They are more conditioned. You might not look, they haven't been getting to Dalton that much, but they will battle in the trenches. They will plug up those holes, and you have a good secondary that can eventually make another good play.
Stack receivers to Dalton's right. Quick screen pass. It's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, so no flag will be thrown there. That was number 21 on the coverage, James Cabres, and that's some good football IQ. He knew that was behind the line of scrimmage, so he immediately wrapped up the receiver that screen pass was intended for.
And not only that, he wasn't going for the interception. He was going for the player. He didn't care about the ball. He just wanted to make the stop. And that could have been a pick six right there if he actually had eyes on the ball. He had eyes on his target. The ball was in front of him, so it wouldn't have been any type of pass interference because he got there fast enough.
Dalton lined up with a shotgun, sends his running back in motion. Quarterback keeper is going to try to find some running room, try to get the first down. Very close. We'll have to see where they spot the ball. They're going to spot him a yard short to bring up 3rd down and 1.
And Dalton, he's been primarily carrying this team with the run game for the Highlanders tonight, just short of the first down marker. If College Park is able to put a stop here, you could probably see them punt, and you have yourselves a ball game here.
Dalton will line up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver at the top of your screen to his left. A little bit of a low snap. He's going to be able to corral it, and he is going to be corralled in the backfield for a huge stop. An amazing play by the College Park defense. Once again, number 21, James Cabres, a huge impact player on this drive.
And not only that, if you can see, it's a low snap, not handled well by Dalton. You have a play like that, and it's going to affect what is eventually going to turn out. And as you can see, you have no time to get set, have no time to handle yourself in the pocket. You have to run back. Now, you're pinned back deep. You're going to be having to punt a little bit further back than you are typically used to. You're going to be trying to see and make sure that you do not give a good enough returnable ball to Marco Beltran, who's back near the 40.
The ball will sail out of bounds. Beltran You're starting to ask questions. Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Because right now for College Park, he is the Iron Man. He's been playing all three sides of the ball.
Well, not only that, it's good coaching from Coach Jim Rapp on the Woodlands Highlanders sideline. He knows you're doing game study. You're going to scheme against this team. You do not. It's pretty much like a Devin Hester situation. You do not want to punt to a dangerous return man. And that's what they're doing. They're keeping Beltran out of the game whenever he's trying to be returning. You can see him making plays on defense, but right now, let's see what this offense has in store for this defense.
Hughes lined up in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the top of your screen on his right, 1 to his left. Running back to his right, he's going to send his man in motion. He's going to look to throw to Styles. Styles going to try to make some moves. He'll be just short of the first down. Styles looked for a hurdle there. He looked like he was getting ready to fly.
Well, when you're on Jabaric Sullivan isn't going to let you try to get any money-making moves on him. Styles trying to be stylish on that, as you can see on the replay, but you're right near the sticks. No need to try to risk anything happening. You don't want to turn the ball over. You're cruising right now.
Handoff to Stevens. He's going to bounce off some tackles for another good gain. 10 yards, we'll call it about 10 yards, but it's enough for a first down. And now College Park getting that momentum, building over and over, another first down after another first down.
And not only that, you bounce off of Sullivan. Sullivan trying to wrap you up. The spin move, the dishwasher, the washing machine, whatever you call it, the spin cycle gets him to that first down.
Empty set for Hughes. 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. It's going to be a quick throw to Styles again. Trying to drag a defender. He's going to get close to the first down again, and they're going to mark him a yard short. 2nd down and 1 coming up. It seems like back-to-back plays, they have targeted Styles.
Not only that, they're also going to the middle of the field, and you see they are not giving – they're trying to play him – this coverage is playing back a little bit. You had a nice, quick route right there to Styles, able to get 9 on the reception. Those yards after catch, that yak as you call it, favored him.
Chwanek, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a keeper by Hughes. First down and goal now for the Cavaliers at the Woodlands 7-yard line. Now they're only 7 yards and an extra point away from tying up this ball game.
And not only that, you had Chwanek go in motion. So Hughes had the RPO, you played, you're following your blocker, you're following Snodgrass, and then you get into inside the 10, first set of downs, 7 yards to pay dirt.
It's going to be a fade ball to the top of your screen, and it's going to be...
It is an interception.
It's going to be an interception, but there's a flag. The referee did signal for a touchback, which means the pass was intercepted pending this flag.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down, College Park.
So now first down and goal from the 2 after that pass interference negates the interception.
And Hughes has only thrown 2 interceptions so far this season, both in the Willis game.
That's also 2 interceptions to 24 or 25 touchdowns now on the year. It's going to be a handoff to Booker, but he is not going to get anywhere. Actually going to be tackled for a loss.
And it's getting a little chippy out there because they thought that they had a turnover right there in the red zone. But now you have a 2nd and goal inside the 5. You try to attack first with the run game. Woodlands attack the line of scrimmage. They plug the holes, got the penetration, as you would say, right there in the trenches. If I were them, try to go to your screen pass. You got Chwanek. You're going to probably have Cromartie at the bottom of the screen because you had that one-on-one with Cromartie with the penalty with the pass interference, but now you got the trips there at the bottom.
They're just going to get the play off. Another handoff to Booker, but Booker, an amazing play there by number 95, Jai Reed Jefferson, once again making his presence known for a tackle for loss, as now it is 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line, and if they're not able to get it here, do you want to go for it, or do you want to just go ahead, get your points, and get out?
You know, I'd probably play it safe by kicking the field goal. That's me. I'm a little conservative when it comes to this because there's still a lot of game left here. Just get the points. Let your defense do some extra work. But the run game, which has been successful of the night, right here in the red zone, right here inside the 10, it's not working for the Cavs. You got to look for the one-on-one matchup at the top of the screen.
He's going to throw that way, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Julian Cromartie. And now they will indeed send out their field goal unit.
Very unfortunate, but you have to give it to the Woodlands defense. You had a turnover happen. You ended up punting. You're able to at least not allow them to tie this game. You're going to have them just down by 4 if they are successful right here on the Beckett Koch field goal. Looking to be a 24-yarder.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is blocked, and it's going to be down now at the 5-yard line. A huge play there on special teams for the Highlanders.
It's a field goal was blocked.
It's a matter of time. As you can see, coming off the edge, number 3, senior defensive back, Casey Bartolazzi, able to just come around. If you've been looking at these field goal attempts from College Park most of the night, it's coming from that strong side in. You have no protection there. They're just coming by really quick, finally getting a hand on it. It was just a matter of time. I was looking at it. I was kind of curious. Are we going to have a block kick tonight? There you go. This game has been super exciting here at the bank.
Dalton is backed up in his own end zone for the shotgun snap. Take the snap. Now he's going to look to throw. Now he's going to try to escape and go on the run, and he'll get a couple of yards there. Able to get more comfortably field position for this offense at the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Yeah, but Wes, it got dangerous back there. It almost ended up being a little bit of a safety. He had to get himself out of the end zone, able to dance his way through and find his way for at least 5 positive yards. But that was very scary for a second for the Highlanders.
Dalton, a very mobile quarterback, and he's showing it all night. This time he'll fake the snap on the hard count. 2 receivers to his right, a tight end, and a receiver to his left.
Kind of looking at Jonah Dinn, number 9, going to probably blitz off the edge there.
He will. It's going to be a screen pass, and it's going to get the first down. Pass caught by Eli Lancaster for the first down.
Trying to catch him off guard, but good smart play. Those underneath throws yet again continuing to work for the Highlanders, gets the first down. You're kind of getting a little bit more room behind you, so you're not scared of that end zone threatening of a safety. So now Highlanders take some time. You have a lead. You have a 7-point lead. See what you can do here.
A little over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a swing pass from Dalton. It's going to be a good open field tackle there by number 4, Marco Beltran.
So Beltran, good safety, able to keep his eyes on whoever has the ball in the backfield, and that's what he did. Was playing pretty much, he was playing Haskins right there. As you can see, here comes Beltran. And not only that, he's getting at least 3 yards in front of him to let Haskins make the move. And once he makes that move, that's when Beltran strikes.
Dalton will motion his man in. Lancaster now. Is going to be another good wrap-up tackle there. That is once again number 21, James Cabras, making his presence felt here in this second half.
Yeah, Cabras, man, he has been lights out this second half. Whatever happened from Coach Coates in the locker room during halftime, he probably got very animated about what they needed to do to come out here and not get embarrassed as they were in that first half. You know, you didn't have any score until late in the second quarter. You were pretty much almost shut out. And now you are on the visiting side, but this is your home stadium, just like the Woodlands Highlanders.
Play clock winding down. They're going to get the play off. He'll be pressured, and it's going to be a dropped pass, which would have been, if he was able to get up a first down, pass intended for, I believe, number 18, Jamison Gavin.
Yeah, Jamison Gavin, who had a big play earlier in the middle of the field, just bounced right off of the numbers. He was wide open. It was going to be a first down, and you could have been cruising there for the Highlanders, but now it's going to be another punt that they're going to try to go towards Beltron. Don't get me wrong. Crutchington, most likely going to kick it out of bounds.
The kick is going to land inbounds, and now it's going to take a Highlander bounce to the College Park 38-yard line.
Did you see that, like, right at the end? Haas coming in on the coverage. He was like, hey, the ball's right there. Do you want to take it? I'll let you have it. Beltron's like, nah, man, I'm good. I know. He's baiting him just a little bit. But that's good sportsmanship right there. He's like, he was friendly. You can have the ball.
Yeah, that's what we like to see, especially in rivalry games. He was letting him, here you go. But now, College Park, with all the momentum now, even after that blocked field goal, this College Park defense has actually really stepped up. 2 straight punts for the Woodlands, something that we haven't seen all game. As now, Hughes lined up in the pistol. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Be a handoff to Booker. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage by 3 or 4 Highlanders. Correction, they're going to give him 2 yards there to bring up 2nd down and 8. Second down and 8 from the 40-yard line. Hughes will send his man in motion. Now he's going to look to throw. He's got all day over the middle for Styles. First down for the Cavaliers at the 30-yard line of the Highlanders. Once again, getting into Highlander territory.
And there you go. You're looking for your number 1 guy. Number 1, Jordan Styles. Number 1 on the play. Number 1 in your hearts. Gets the first down deep in the middle of the field. And that's what they've been doing. Trying to attack the middle of the field. Keep it going.
You can call him the phenomenal number 1, as he has been playing phenomenally all night. As now Hughes, play action, going to look to throw. Now he's going to look to roll out off of his back foot to Styles again.
Not only that, you're coming off of your back foot with the throw. You're off balanced. What do you do again? Look for Jordan Styles. Cromartie was open downfield, but he didn't have enough time. But you saw that underneath, you had a wide open pass for Styles, able to meet him, gives you some positive yards instead of taking that sack.
Under a minute left to go here now in the third quarter. 2nd down and 6. Hughes going to look to throw over the middle, and reaches up and grabs it. Touchdown, Julian Cromartie. His dad would be proud of that one, as he is in for 6, climbing the ladder, reaching up. He's believing he can fly. He's believing he can touch the sky, and he will be thinking about that touchdown every night and day for the rest of the season.
That's number 2 on the night for the junior. And just think, on that College Park sideline, Camden Hughes, Antonio Cromartie, both juniors, they have another year to play with each other. Been talking about that all season. But as you saw, they have a little bit more protection on that top side. Don't want to risk another block kick here.
The point after attempt. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. And now we have a tied ball game here.
And Bartolozzi was almost there yet again, but let's look at the replay here. You have the play action to Booker. Right down up top, if you have a tall frame like that, why not throw it to your number 1 wideout? And there you have it. Antonio Cromartie gets his 2nd receiving touchdown of the night.
Julian Cromartie, Antonio Cromartie's son.
That's right.
Antonio is on the sidelines here at the game. But Antonio Cromartie is an NFL legend. Another NFL legend, Randy Moss, and if he still had his segment, I have a feeling that would be on You Got Mossed.
100%. Some excitement on the sideline on the opposite end of this stadium. And if you look at what has happened so far for the Highlanders, you come out, interception, punt. This is going to be your 4th drive coming out. And not only that, the miscommunication on one of the kickoffs. you were unable to make the return earlier because you had that no one really called for the ball. You both bumped into each other and got pinned back so deep. So this is where you're going to see how well Coach Rapp on the Woodlands sideline can turn this thing around, because you were leading at the half. You just allowed 2 scores right here, and you have yourself a ball game, 21-all.
So now Cooks got the ball teed up at the 40. Lone returner back very deep will be Stewart. The kick is going to look to be returned by Stewart. Trying to find some blockers, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit. Marco Beltran again. Another big play by the Iron Man.
There he is, playing special teams, playing defense, some offense, but yes, returnable. They're not trying to give them good field position with the touchback. They're inside the 20, actually no, right at the 21, but Beltran, the speed, the vision, darts him in.
So now this drive for the Highlanders will start on their own 21-yard line, so a decent return. But Dalton, 2 receivers to his left and right. 2 receivers stacked to his right, actually.
Watch the screen.
Send his man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to number 22. And a good tackle there. That is number 8.
Lane Legger.
Lane Legger grabbing on the jersey to pull him back. A little bit of Mortal Kombat. Get over here as he tackled for the loss.
Yeah, Lincoln Halsey grabbed in the back by the jersey, and that's something that you don't want to see the Highlanders moving in the wrong direction. And I think that they're probably going to let this wind down here. We're going to go ahead and swap fields, and that's going to be 3/4 of football, Wes. This has been so exciting. You can see the electricity. You can see the swagger on the College Park sideline. You kind of see that the Highlanders, they're hanging their heads a little bit right now because they knew that they had this lead. They were cruising. It's like everything has kind of crumbled for them a little bit following that interception.
And right now, this crowd, this feels, we're going into the 4th quarter, this feels like we're going into the 5th round of a lights-out UFC fight almost. Where both teams, they've been throwing haymakers. They've been throwing all of these punches. The College Park Cavaliers, they're starting to come back. And now it's tied 21-all, and you can feel the electricity from the crowd even up here in the booth. Me and you, we're both standing for this 4th quarter.
Well, that's what exciting football does. That's what exciting sports events do for you. You get up. You want to be a part of it. Obviously, we can't cheer. We're cheering for both teams. We're here for the game. We want a great football game, and this is what these 2 schools have brought to us on Rivalry Week here tonight at the bank. Book it, cash it, deposit.
Second down and 14 when we come out of the break for the quarter.
Yeah, there's no timeout commercials for us here. We have to fill in a lot of this dead air. But we're here for you. We're here with you. We appreciate you watching.
Dalton will send his man in motion. It's going to be a trick play. Gonna throw to Dalton. He's gonna catch it. He's at the 50, the 45, the 30. He's gonna try to bring a tackle, and it's going to be a flag down on the tackle. And an amazing play, the reverse, a trick play, almost a 50-yard reception for the quarterback. And now the Woodlands sideline has come alive.
Oh man, that is, yeah, unfortunately with the penalty, but that's going to push them even further up. That's one of the things that the Woodlands needed. And I can't wait to show you this replay following the call on the field. But yes, that was an electric, exciting play that's going to push them even closer to the end zone.
Nick Foles, eat your heart out. That play, I believe, was almost exactly 50 yards, if not 55 yards. And it's going to be added on, which whatever this penalty is.
So they're still waiting. They're still having a conversation. They're moving them up. Hold on, Wes. There might be. Would there be multiple fouls?
Unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
Number 1, Woodlands.
Oh.
Horse collar tackle. Personal foul. Horse collar tackle. Those penalties offset. We'll replay the down.
Oh,
man.
no. Replay the down. Offsetting penalties.
That.
Negate the 50-yard catch and run by Dalton, and you can tell that the fans here at the bank are not happy. Well, the Woodlands fans aren't. You can see on the opposite side of the field, the College Park student section, they're pretty happy about this.
Well, if you look at what has happened most of the game, College Park has been penalized 10 times tonight. Now, I know the penalties offset on this one, but College Park has been penalized way more, and it's so unfortunate because I had such a good replay and analysis lined up for you, but we can't watch it because it was a penalty, but it's okay. That was such a great dynamic play. I know you could see it.
You really
I'm talking to our production people.
We love all of our production people.
Oh, they do
here
a great
too.
job here
Yes, they
with
do.
Conroe Independent School District. We have students, we have people that pitch in around here. It's a great unit that we have working together. Because, Wes, you're a student.
I am a student at Conroe High. I'm a junior.
You're getting real-life reps calling a live high school football game. Nothing better than that. They didn't have that whenever I was in high school.
And it's all thanks to viewers like you.
Yes. And those of you students that are interested in trying to get into the production side of things, if you want to be a broadcaster, please talk to your teachers on campus. And they will put you in the right direction with the right people.
This time it will be a handoff. Number 22 on the carry, Lincoln Halsey. One of the few times that we've seen them run it almost all night.
Yeah, Halsey's had a couple carries. As you saw, he had the one run a little bit earlier that got pulled back. But yeah, without having number 0 Cody Johnson for the Highlanders, you're missing a big key of your offense in that run game.
3rd down and 8 for the Highlanders. Split formation, 2 receivers to the right and left of Dalton. Running back to his right, no tight ends in the formation. Take the snap, he's going to look to throw. He's going to be pressured, hit as he throws, picked off! And it's going to be a pick 6 for the Cavaliers! That is number 17, Brandon Claybaugh.
No, but there's a flag there. I know it's exciting, but there's a flag. And I think R.J. Wims, it's going to be roughing the passer. It's going to be a first down here for.
Personal foul. Number 98, defense. Roughing the passer. That's an automatic first down.
Penalties, penalties, penalties have been the story of the game, and now they come back again. A huge play for the Woodlands, brought back by a penalty. A huge play for College Park, brought back by a penalty.
Yeah, that was going to give College Park the lead, but penalties, 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 penalties. And it's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. You know, we are less than 11 minutes left in this game, all tied up. Like we said earlier, it could be the team running down the field at the end of the game is going to be the one that's probably going to come out with the W.
They're able to pull it off. This would be the best Cavalier comeback since LeBron led his Cavaliers back down 3-1 in the NBA Finals, as now 1st down and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
That's a high school student right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's a high school student.
Quarterback keeper from Dalton. And Dalton's going to try to find some room. He'll be tripped up at the 45-yard line is where they're going to mark him.
Yeah, Jonah Din in there on the tackle, and I think that was number 8, Lane Legger, that we're keeping an eye on Dalton. But, yes, Woodlands getting some great blocks up front, able to make a hole for Dalton. Dalton, great vision, moving upfield, trying to get back midfield, trying to get back in College Park territory, trying to get some points here on the board.
2nd down and 3.
Audible.
Split formation for Dalton. Dalton is going to take the snap. It's going to be a quick throw. Incomplete pass intended for number 19. Colton Weddle with the pass, just a little behind them.
And you're playing right there near the hash mark. There was no one there. Beltran, he's playing deep in the safety. You had Weddle there in the slot underneath because he got maybe 1-2 yards up. Dalton underneath throw. Tried to turn his shoulder, try to get something on it, but it's unfortunate. Third and manageable here. Now, I'm curious, if you're the Woodlands, why not go for it? If you can't convert here, go for it on 4th down.
Pistol formation for Dalton. Crowd is roaring. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. It's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A huge play there. Number 6 for the Cavaliers, David Sands. And the sands of time are slowly running out for this Woodlands offense.
You said it. I couldn't have said it any better. The sands of time are slowing down. You're going to go ahead and bring out the punt team. I'm a little surprised by that because you're right at midfield, but you still have 10 minutes to work with you. With the way that this Cavaliers offense has been playing the second half, you kind of don't want to risk giving them the ball if you can't convert on 4th down. So now you're going to punt it back. Beltran's still back there waiting to return. But yes, I wouldn't be surprised if they kick it towards the sideline yet again.
Trudging's kick is away. Fair catch called for and caught at the 13-yard line. And we talk about the sands, and I talked about the sands of time running out on this Woodlands offense, and it seems that way as they have been held scoreless so far in the second half.
Very much so. Do you even know that song?
Who says I was talking about a song? It's just a simple phrase.
It's true. It's true. I'm just hearing sands of time just in my head right now. I have to check historical documents to see who actually sings that song.
1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line for the Cavaliers. Hughes lined up in the pistol.
I think it's a Fleetwood Mac song, if I'm going to be correct. I'm not 100% on that.
Hughes is going to look to throw. He's got time. Now he's going to look to run. He's going to be hit, and now he's going to be pushed forward for a few more yards. We'll have to see where they mark him down at, or where they mark the ball down at.
Playing with a little spontaneity.
Defense number 93 lost his helmet. Please put the play clock at 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's a little spontaneity. Not seeing anything downfield. Not needing to make too much of his reads. Go ahead and keeps it himself. Gets midway through because you're pinned back a little deep. Now you have yourself a little extra room. You don't have to worry about the end zone being right behind you. I know it sounds like a broken record whenever I talk about that, but that is a key thing because you almost saw a safety at the end of the first half.
So now quarterback keeper from Dalton, and he's going to slide. A little bit of a late hit there.
And that was Casey Bartolozzi as Hughes went ahead and gave himself up.
3rd down and 7. A little over 9 minutes left to go in the game. This Woodlands crowd is getting riled up now as the Cavaliers are getting the call from the sideline. Big 3rd down in the game here.
Here the far sideline looks like Cromartie is on an island by himself.
Send his man in motion, Styles. It's going to be a double reverse. A flea flicker. It's going to be caught. It's going to be not very much of a gain. A little bit of trickery there won't pay off. As now here comes on the punt team for College Park.
Well, yeah, you're right. A little bit of a trick play. Hickory dickory. Here comes a little trickery. And it would have been great to Snodgrass if he was able to convert. I liked where they were going. Not enough time to get set to throw. It was a quick pass to Snodgrass. I know you were looking downfield for Cromartie. It went with the safer throw to Snodgrass, but nowhere to be, and it's now going to be a punt.
Bartolozzi and Stevens are both back to return. They'll take a Cavalier bounce. They'll take a good bounce. It's still going to keep on rolling inside the 40. And now the Highlanders will get the ball at their own 39-yard line. Jackson, what do the Highlanders need to do on this next drive to take the lead?
Right now, you're playing with 7 minutes, 53 seconds left. Play Highlander football. You've been doing it all season. You were leading at the half. All those previous drives, forget them. Play Highlander football. Allow yourself to get set. Make your reads, Dalton. I know you're going to probably do a couple keepers, but if your first read isn't there, try to have enough. Because this offensive line has been keeping him safe. They have not sacked him at all tonight. As long as they can keep him protected, he can make his progressions and find a man downfield.
Dalton in the gun. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff up the middle. Breaking tackles. Bouncing off men for a first down. Number 23 in on the carry, Jason Haskins.
That's a nice run there for the Highlanders. A run game getting something going. Haskins gets it right up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Bounces. Pinball in his way. Now they're back at midfield.
Ball directly on the apple of the midfield logo. So first down and 10 from the 50-yard line. 21 all our score. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the game. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Dalton. Dalton's going to hurdle over a man for the first down. Flag down.
2 flags. There's going to be a hold at the line. That's going to pull it back. I don't know if there was another hold. But a lot of penalties this game. There have been so much. It's a rivalry game, as we've said.
There's
You're going
2
to
fouls
continue.
on the play.
Yep.
Holding. Number 1, offense. Holding. Number 63, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So 2 holding calls. We'll back it up to first down and 20, negating the play. But you have to admit, that was an amazing athletic play by Dalton.
Very much
Cleanly
so.
hurdling over a man.
Very much so. You don't see that often. If you're Coach Rapp on the sideline, you're kind of gasping for air because that's your quarterback. You don't want him to make those kinds of plays. I know that they're electric, they're exciting, but you need this man for the playoffs. You can't risk him being out.
Dalton in the gun. Split receivers. He's going to look to throw. They're going to send a blitz. It's going to be incomplete. Pass intended once again for Jason Haskins. Bring up second down and 20.
Not only that, on the wheel route, Haskins wide open. You saw Brandon Clayball come into the backfield, trying to get a hand on it, trying to get a pass, try to get a PBD, pass ball deflection. Clayball? Either way,
yeah.
It's an incomplete pass. Second
PBD,
20.
PBU.
PBU, thank you.
Dalton, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to your bottom of your screen.
Pass breakup. Thank you.
He's going to look to throw. He's got time. Now he's being pressured. He's going to throw down the field, and it's going to be caught! First down! An amazing catch by number 10, Bryson Bourne, going airborne for the first down.
And Bourne has not been targeted much tonight because he has had number 21, James Carbris, on him. But Carbris slipped. And then the improvisation right there from Dalton. Able to connect right there. First down. Moving the chains. Let's go.
First down in Cavalier territory here at the Cavalier 38-yard line. Dalton is going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to look to run. He's going to be met after he gets a yard on the impromptu quarterback draw by Dalton. Good play there by that Cavalier defense, able to swarm on him.
Yeah, the front 4, basically they're playing with 3 down linemen. You have a linebacker coming up off the edge, but this front core is elite for this Cavaliers defense. You don't see them doing a lot into the backfield, but no matter what, they're playing their gaps. They're making sure that they're trying to not allow many runs come in their way.
Under 6 minutes left to go now. Dalton will send his men in motion. It'll be a handoff to Haskins, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. By that is
Injury timeout. Offense.
Number 17, Braden Clayball.
And it comes down to that grip strength that you saw Lane Legger. He had a hand on the jersey, but it's just the power in the legs by Jason Haskins, able to churn him. And there you go. You get a nice gain. You don't get the loss. And now you're looking at a 3rd and long situation with an official timeout here, under 6 minutes left in the contest. It makes you wonder, all right, would you consider this to be a 4-down territory, Wes?
It depends on where you get. In my opinion, if you get another first down and then you get stopped, you can kick the field goal. But it depends on how much you trust your kicker too. Krejcing, he has a very strong leg. He might be able to make it from this far, but we don't know.
He has made a 46-yarder on the season.
Dalton, look to throw. He's got time, throwing it deep. He's got a man downfield. Incomplete. He had his man open. Once again, Bryson Bourne. Wide open.
Wide open, had a good 4, maybe even 5 yards on number 21, James Carberis. It was a matter of time. Like, Bourne has been quiet, and that would have been a sealer right there. And now you're going to be punting because it's a 4th and long. And you could just hear the oxygen leave the stadium. I know it's an open stadium, but you could feel it exit on the Woodlands sideline.
Beltran back to return at his own 10-yard line, has yet to return a punt. Now there's going to be a flag down, possibly for
delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
And I'm not mad at that penalty that you're going to take because it gives your punter a little bit more room to work with. Because since you are in the College Park territory, now you're closer to midfield. You're going to be further back because what's it typically like 9, 11 yards to punt? Your punter's back that far?
5 minutes, 25 seconds here left in the game. The Woodlands Highlanders have been held scoreless all of this second half, with College Park scoring 21 unanswered points. The punt is away, and it will not be returned, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson,
yes,
we talked about what the Woodlands needs to do to get the lead. What does College Park need to do to get the lead here on this drive?
Well, as you've seen, College Park was almost shut out to end the first half. They were able to get a touchdown within a minute left of the second quarter. They've been able to tie it up here, but it's been scoreless here so far in the fourth. But it felt, as you could see, heads were hanging from the College Park sideline going into the halftime. And then there was all boasting and cheering on the Woodland sideline. Well, now the roles have reversed, and they're playing with that tone that they set here in the second half.
Handoff stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Handoff again to number 23, Booker, who it seems like he's been getting more of the workload here tonight in what usually is a split reps kind of system that he has with Stevens.
Yeah, Booker coming off last week, he had the 4 touchdowns. He had the 2 rushing, the 2 receiving touchdowns. And you know that Coach Rapp, looking at the game film, probably even tuned into a couple of the things they saw here. And they know that that sophomore, if he gets in the open field, he's dangerous.
So now Hughes is going to look to throw. He's going to look to unload deep for Cromartie, and it's going to be – did he catch it? He caught it! A huge play down at the 35-yard line inside Highlander territory. The momentum fully on the side of the Cavaliers. No flags on the play.
And here you go, Hughes, pump fake, looking downfield, had to re-get his grip, and in double coverage. But you have a tall frame of Cromartie, Julian Cromartie, putting the team on his back in this game. That dynamic relationship you have with the quarterback and wide receiver, you can't beat it.
Cromartie will be in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Hughes. It's going to slide, but not before getting 6 yards on the carry.
And right now, both teams are working with 3 timeouts. It's a 4-minute drill. This is where some game clock management comes in. Are you going to try to continue with the ground game now in the second half? The Woodlands have been great at stopping the run for College Park. This is where you need to try to wind it down a little bit because you have the 2-minute timeout, and both teams have 3 timeouts. So you have plenty of clock to work with, but also you want to try and eat as much as you can.
It'll be a handoff up the middle. It's going to be a first down. He's going to be wrapped up by his legs. Once again on the carry is Booker, who's been getting majority of the workload. Booker coming into this game, the sophomore running back had over 10 yards a carry.
But not only that, Casey Bartolozzi on the tackle, able to just lock him up on that one leg. You see that Booker can't get anything going. You're putting the pressure on him.
Yeah, he had a Kurt Angle-esque ankle lock on him there, as now Hughes lined up 2 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. So he's made a motion. The snap is going to get away from him. A disastrous play, as now the Cavaliers are backed up to the Woodlands 40-yard line.
Tough break there. There was a bad snap for the Woodlands earlier with Dalton. Now you got a bad snap here with College Park and Hughes. And when you're cruising, it comes down to how can you persevere? How can you shake that previous play off and get things going? You try to get yourself back in at least field goal range, but now you're working with 2nd and 23 when you were 1st and 10.
2nd and 23. Play clock winding down, under 5 seconds now. Empty set. Quarterback keeper for Dalton. They're trying to get a little bit of that yards back, make it a more manageable 3rd down. So now it'll be 3rd down and 15. And it looks like they will take this to the 2-minute timeout. As that is what they will do as now we reach the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes left to play here. Locked up 21 all. College Park has scored 21 unanswered points against the Woodlands, and now they are knocking on the door. They're at the 30-yard line, knocking on the door of field goal range to try and take the lead.
But the only thing is, there's already been a field goal block tonight. Casey Bartolozzi able to get through the line, has the speed, already put one hand on it tonight. If they are going to try to go for another field goal, they have to figure out a way to stop the speedster defensive back on that special teams field goal unit, because you cannot risk having 2 block kicks tonight if you are the College Park Cavaliers. But right now, I think the best bet coming out of the 2-minute timeout, look at the matchups. See what's going on with Cromartie. How's he lined up? Are you going to put him on an island by himself? You've been seeing Snodgrass and Styles both in the slot. Try to get them involved if you think that the matchup on Cromartie isn't good enough. But as you can see, they're lining up double side. You could potentially see Styles go in motion and try to at least draw the man, because then they might have double coverage with the corner and a safety.
3rd and 16. Hughes going to be lined up. 2 receivers to his right and to his left. Running back Stevens to his left. Once again, Styles will be in motion. It's going to be a play action, and he's going to escape and try to get the first down, but he won't be able to, but he'll still be down at the 25-yard line. So now, decision time. Not seeing the field goal unit come on. Interesting decision. Maybe they're just trying to run the clock out, as now there is a timeout.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. Woodlands are going to take a timeout here. Smart. They were going to keep the offense on the field.
Woodlands.
But now Woodlands took the
timeout
timeout.
of the second half.
It was a little odd, because if I was Coach
Game
Rapp,
clock operator.
it's for.
Please reset the game clock to 1:43.
Okay.
Thank you.
So they missed a little bit of it. He was calling timeout at the sideline. But yeah, once that play ended, you see that they're keeping their offense out there. They're going to try to at least eat up as much clock as they can. But now you're going to bring out the field goal unit yet again. If I'm Coach Coates, not only that, special teams coordinator Coach Roberts on that College Park sideline, you're talking to him. Bartolozzi, zone in on 3. Keep him in your sight. Do not let him get past. Do not let him put a hand on it. He cannot beat us yet again. You need to make this. Koch has the leg. He can make it. He's already kicked a 47-yarder this season.
This one from about, I would say, have to see, it's at the 25. Field goal math, always weird. It's It's
a 43.
A 43-yard attempt. Crowd is roaring. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good for the lead. The Cavaliers, for the first time in the game, lead 24-21. 1 minute, 38 seconds left, and now it is up to the Cavalier defense to stop the Highlanders.
But not only that, I still saw Kason Bartolozzi on the edge. Number 15, Lucas Richard, defensive lineman, being right there on the edge, had his hand out extended, but didn't really put a hand on Bartolozzi. You got to get a block on that man. You cannot let him get through. Almost blocked yet again, coming off the edge. But good for the Cavaliers. You're taking the lead, but at the same time, special teams, almost another blocked kick. But the Highlanders, they're going to probably touch it back here. Actually, no, because Coke, he's been kicking it in the field of play. They've been trying to let him return. I'm a little curious to see what they have in store right now.
Ball is teed up at the 40. He would say the Highlanders need to get at least inside the 35 or around the 35-yard line to be within Crudgington's field goal range. He has a very strong leg, one of the strongest in the entire district, if not the strongest. It's now Cook. After the field goal attempt was good, it's going to be booming kick will be returned by Stewart. And Stewart is going to try to make some miss, try to find some open field. He's at the 30. He's going to be swarmed upon at the 31-yard line.
That was good. That was Marco Beltran, but great return from inside the 5 from Parker Stewart. As you can see on the return, actually starting right at the 5, but gets him right at the 31, 25-yard return. But there was great blocking and a little stutter trying to see, but the way that Beltran was locked in, you weren't going to try to make him miss on that one. He had you locked in.
This is what high school football is all about. Down 3, the Highlanders start the drive at their own 31-yard line. Dalton sends a man in motion. He's going to roll out, look to throw. It's going to be at little low at the knees of Bourne. Will be incomplete. 1:25 left.
Not only that, you're playing with 4-down territory. You have 1:25 left. Of course, you're going to go for it on 4th down here. Game is on the line.
Going to go for it on 4th down no matter what because the game is on the line. Once again, the Highlanders only need about 50 yards to get into the field goal range of their kicker, Crudgington, as now both crowds are roaring. You can hear it all the way up here in the booth as now Dalton's going to look to throw. He's being pressured. Now he's going to escape. He's going to throw it. That's going to be interesting to see if he was inside of the tackle box or not.
I would say he was inside the tackle box. He tried to scramble, but then he went back in. So they're going to converse.
They're going to converse. It looks like, I don't think it got back to the line of scrimmage either.
Nah, I don't think so either. This could be intentional grounding. This could be a huge thing.
Intentional grounding.
Yep.
Number 12, offense. The quarterback was inside the tackle box. The ball never made the line of scrimmage.
And it was a matter of time before this, because you could also consider this being like a sack. You can mark it down as a sack. Dalton threw it away. You had number 15, I believe it was number 15, Lucas Richard, able to get and wrap up on Dalton. But 3rd and long, deep in your own territory. This is one of those things. Be aware of the sticks. You're not letting them get to the 40.
Dalton is going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw it deep down the field. Incomplete. No flag thrown. They're calling for flags. There is a flag.
The passer. Number 94 defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That is huge. Roughing the passer called on the defensive lineman number 94. Esteban Asong, as now that gives the Woodlands a first down. 1 minute and 8 seconds left, and that gives them 15 yards closer to pay dirt.
Not only that, that's the second roughing the passer. They're getting into the backfield, but they're getting there too late. There are times that you have to let up. You have to let up. And I know former Texan great J.J. Watt, whenever you make that tackle, you try to let up.
Dalton, 2 receivers to his left and his right. Running back to his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to roll out. Going to throw again, and it's going to be caught past midfield. Number 3 on the reception, Bartolozzi, now making his presence known on offense. 2 defensive backs now have been on offense for these Highlanders. They're showing that they can play both sides of the ball, as now 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left at midfield. Dalton's going to look to throw. He's going to get a block. He's going to throw again to Bartolozzi. He's going to get another catch. 43 seconds. They're very dangerously close to field goal range here.
And that's the thing what Bartolozzi's been doing. He's keeping an eye on where you can see the first down marker. Actually got out of bounds there, but as you can see, the pressure coming on. But they're playing with a little bit of tempo. It's now second down here.
Nobody is standing or sitting. Everyone is standing on this Woodlands side of the stadium, as now second down and 3. Dalton, low snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to look to throw deep. Flag down. Incomplete pass. We're going to have to see what it is. They're signaling holding.
It's going to be a hold. It's a hold.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
And now the Woodlands, they're going to have to start taking shots deep down the field. They're backed up back into their own territory. At their own 47-yard line. Second down and 13.
This is where you need to have those underneath throws. You need to just go ahead, play the middle of the field. You have 2 timeouts to work with. Don't worry about going deep. Get yourself a first down. Worry about where the first down marker is here if you're the Woodlands. You need to get middle of the field or close to the sideline near the sticks.
3 receivers to Dalton's right. He's going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw deep down the field. He's got a man open. It's caught. He's going to try to go. He's going to slip. Oh, no. Inside the 15-yard line, the pass was caught by number 1, Eli Lancaster. Clock is running. The clock is stopped, a timeout, but now at the 15-yard line, 27 seconds left. A huge play there.
Great improvisation there. Throwing downfield, wide open, slips. He was trying to make a move and get the touchdown, but smart play. Go down there. You have 27 seconds now to work with. You're in field goal range, but now you're thinking reservations for 6 instead of taking 3 here.
Now, nobody in the stadium at all is sitting down. I am standing up even, because this is an electric feel right now. 27 seconds left. The Highlanders are down 3 in the red zone.
A lot of time. They're taking their time on the sidelines, making sure that they're scheming correctly. What we've been seeing from College Park, they've been able to operate bringing at least 4 men. They're 3 down linemen trying to bring a linebacker. They've been playing soft. They've been playing, making sure that they were keeping everything behind them, not allowing anything to get behind them. Because that's what you saw on that previous play. Beltran was right up deep in center field.
Dalton is going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw for the end zone. Incomplete. Once again, somebody who has made their name known all night on the defensive side of the ball. If you did not know the name James Cabarrus, you will know his name by the end of tonight.
Plenty of time in the pocket, looking for Bartolozzi close to the end zone. But yes, right there again, James Cabarrus, junior defensive back, making sure He's playing tight and able.
21 seconds left. 2nd down and 10. They can get a first down inside the 5-yard line. Dalton, he'll send his man in motion. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be tipped, and it's still going to be caught by Bartolozzi. He's going to have to try to get out of bounds. And now, this is where this is going to be very interesting now because you're still in field goal range.
Dangerous right there. So dangerous right there. Batted pass. Almost could have been intercepted. Great vision for Bartolozzi, able to come down with the reception.
Timeout. College Park.
College Park, smart.
And now if you don't get it here, you can still kick the field goal and go into overtime.
Overtime.
I am not 100% acclimated with the overtime rules of the Texas UIL athletic body.
It's been a while since we've had an overtime game. I don't think I've gotten to call an overtime game.
I know I haven't been able to call an overtime game.
If it's still the same, I think it is kind of like how college goes. I believe you would start at the 25 or it would be kind of working with 2-point conversions. I'm not 100% familiar. I need to see if I can pull up the ruling real quick about, if only there was this magical thing called the internet that you can have at your disposal.
Hey, I mean, people watching, you are on the internet. So, hello, people watching us at home. 24-21. The Woodlands so far have been held scoreless this entire second half.
Yeah, it's going to follow the NCAA tiebreaker system. Each overtime period involves 2 series with both teams starting at the opponent's 25. After the first overtime rules become more stringent, teams go for 2-point conversion. So it's going to be pretty much playing just like the NCAA.
Extremely loud on both sides of the stadium, both the home and away. Sold out here at the bank here in Shenandoah, Texas. And we have ourselves a shootout. And right now, it is 3rd down and 22, 15 seconds left. You gotta throw a pass here. Can't get tackled inbounds. Dalton, he's gonna look to throw. He's got time. He's gonna throw underneath to his man, number 14. That is Carter Cass, sophomore wide receiver. 8 seconds left. Do you still try to go for the end zone here, or now do you try to take it down and go for overtime?
No, you have 8 seconds to work with because you can't take a chance and letting the clock tick to 0. Go ahead, bring out your special teams unit. It's a 4th down. Take the field goal here. It's manageable. Go to overtime. This is what high school football is all about.
Timeout.
8
Woodlands.
seconds left.
Final charge timeout of the second half.
Krudging will try to send the game to what would most likely be an overtime period. The first time me or Jackson would get to call an overtime period game.
Now, I've gotten to call college overtime. It's been fun. But, man, I'm trying to remember the last time I got to see an actual high school football game go into overtime. It kind of makes me – the last time I can recall, and this is going to date me. This is like my age. It was the Woodlands versus Conroe. It was the last game of the season. Playoffs on the line to see who was going to win district. Rock Cartwright was the running back for the Conroe Tigers at the time. Yes, that Rock Cartwright who played for the now Commanders, but then Washington Redskins and also the Oakland Raiders. Yes, when they played in Oakland, not Vegas. That shows how dated it is. That's how dated back that is. That was the 90s. That's the last overtime game I remember seeing.
Crudgington is lining up his kick. It's about a 32-ish yard kick. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. 4 seconds left.
There's a
we
flag.
are tied. There's a
flag.
Oh, no. A flag down on the play. We'll have to see what it is. Usually on the field goals, you see some sort of leverage. Is usually the penalty. It's usually on the defense. We'll have to see what it indeed is. They're talking to the Woodlands coaches So that signals that it's going to be on College Park.
Roughing the kicker. College Park. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So we are tied with 4 seconds left. This game was scheduled or supposed to be one of the biggest in the entire state of Texas. The biggest in the entire sport of high school football. And it is proven to be that after a slow start by the Cavaliers in the first quarter, in the entire first half, they have came roaring back in the second half, and now we are tied 24-24. 4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter here.
Wes, this has been one for the ages, and I'm going to say it has been an honor to call this with you here tonight at the bank.
It has been an honor to call this with you too, Jackson. This has been definitely one of the most fun and exciting games that I have called in the short 2 or 1.5 seasons that I have been a commentator for this district. This has definitely been one of the greatest, if not the greatest game I have had the pleasure to call.
Special teams, dynamic, both sides, amazing defense. You were thinking that it was going to be more of a shootout. It's been a manageable game. It's 24-all. But, man, you're just looking at the way that this game is played, and you have to give it up to both of these defenses that have been battling so hard. And not to mention the offense has been able – both of these offenses making plays when needed. But, man, we're about to see some overtime, and it's going to be one amazing game to close this out tonight.
Barring a last-second pitchy woo-woo kick return or last gasp Hail Mary, we will be seeing an overtime period as the kick is away. It's going to be a pooch kick, and oh my goodness, there's 3 seconds left on the clock. Can you believe it? It hit off of a College Park defender, and now the Woodlands have a chance to win the game.
Recover the football, first down.
Wow.
Look at this.
You're just going to go and kick directly at the lineman. And you are putting yourself in field goal range. So on the season, if you're looking, Luke Crudgington has had a 46-yarder. This is going to line up to look like it's going to be a 50-yard game-winning field goal, Wes.
Game-winning field goal attempt. Either they win or they go to overtime. No one back towards the return, and now College Park is going to ice the kicker.
Second charge, timeout.
This game has had it all. This game has had fumbles, penalties. It has had a whole host of amazing moments, amazing catches, a blocked field goal, a fumble on a pitch option, a fumble on a live ball that was recovered by the Woodlands on a kickoff, and now another kickoff. Special teams has played an amazing part in this game. Pat McAfee would be amazed at how much this has happened.
And one thing I wish is that we knew who the special teams coordinator on the Woodlands side is, because I know we have the list of all the coaching staff. We know that Coach Jim Rapp is your head coach, but the way that this special teams unit has been able to get the ball back twice tonight on kickoff alone. Ridiculousness here at the bank.
This 50-yard field goal could very well decide and has major implications to who can win the district. If the Woodlands wins, if they are able to make this 50-yarder, they will create a 3-way tie. If they miss, the game will go to overtime. Can he be the hero that the Highlanders need? The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is no good! We are going to overtime! Wood Forest Bank Stadium, 24-24, College Park in the Woodlands. Can you believe it? This game, this has been an amazing, stupendous, crazy, I cannot believe it. This game, I love football.
He had the leg. He just did not have it lined up. And they were even in between the hash marks. That's where they needed to be. Unfortunately, that is the third missed field goal on the season for Luke Crudgington. He has the leg. The accuracy hasn't been there this season. But here we go. Big Wes.
9,000 strong here. None are sitting down for this overtime period. The refs are conversing. It's probably been a long time since they've even refed a overtime period game.
You know what I say? There's nothing wrong with free football.
There is absolutely nothing wrong, especially the way that these two teams have been playing in the second half. This game has had it all. It's had a 3-touchdown comeback. It's had a lead change. It's had quarterbacks catching balls for 50 yards and then being called back. But coming back. There have been penalties. You name something that can happen in the game of football, and it has happened during this game. There was even almost a safety at the end of the second quarter.
Hickory, dickory, dickory. There was a bunch of trickery.
That there was. Ooh, baby. This game, the overtime period will start.
All right, I'm back standing again. This is so exciting. So coaches, as you can see, right at midfield. It's actually going to be the coaches on the coin toss now. Coach Coates, Coach Rapp, going over the overtime rules.
Each team, college overtime rules, each team will get a possession at the 25-yard line. If there is no victor after 2 overtimes, then we will go. I believe it is 2 overtimes and then 2-point conversions, correct?
I believe that's correct from what I'm seeing on the UIL.
The Woodlands has won the toss and has elected. We will be playing on this end.
And so, this is it, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
College Park will get the ball first. 1st and 10 from the Woodlands 25-yard line. What needs to be done to win?
Well, you got to get points. That's the easiest way to win. You have to get the points. Now, you're pretty much working with 25 yards. Both of these teams, they're battered, they're bruised, they've been going through it all night. This offense, who looked non-existent in the first half, are lining up here in overtime, looking to try and keep their perfect season alive. But now, it's all about the Woodlands trying to make a stop here.
Hughes, 3 receivers to his left. The one to the top of your screen will go in motion. Now he's going to look to throw. It's going to be a swing pass to Stevens. Stevens is going to try to break some tackles. He's going to try to cut up field. He's going to try to get blockers. He's at the 20. Breaking more tackles close to the first down. A gain of 9. He'll be down at the 16-yard line inside of the red zone. Go the Cavaliers.
So following Snodgrass in motion, you see Stevens spin move, cuts back, goes to the opposite end of the field, and then his line was trying to be like, oh, let's go up the field. That could have been a touchdown, but he didn't have the blockers upfield like he needed.
Pistol formation for Hughes. Cromartie will go in motion. Flag down.
Now the one thing that you're going to need to do to clean things up for College Park following this game tonight.
False start. 77 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Diego Dudley yet again on the line. He has had a couple false starts tonight. Also Jordan Grant. But yes, you need to clean up these penalties.
Hughes will line up. Trips left. 1 receiver, Snodgrass, to the top of your screen. 2nd down and 6. Snodgrass in motion again. As it'll be a handoff. Going to try to break tackles, trying to hand fight his way for a couple of yards. once again, Antonio Booker, who has almost been the bell cow he's been getting the heavy share of the workload between him and Stevens.
Yeah, and Booker, they know that if Booker's on the field, it's most likely going to be a run to him. They haven't used him a lot in the passing game, so it allows the Woodlands to at least pinch the line, allow to plug up the gaps, and that's what they've been doing. Booker's on the field. He hasn't really been in the passing game. It's been non-existent. No targets at all, really.
3rd down and 3. 3 receivers to Hughes is left. Cromartie is at the top of your screen. It's going to be a handoff once again, trying to push him forward. Booker waiting for the official signal.
They got it.
He will get the first down. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And there's no clock to really work with. As you can see, draw up the gut in between the tackles, actually in between the guards, really. And you get the scrum. You're able to get the first down. And fresh life here for the Cavaliers in overtime.
Hughes, same formation. He'll send his man in motion. Stevenson, it's going to be a play action. Going to look over the middle for Cromartie, and it's going to be almost intercepted off the hands of Cromartie, off the hands of Bartolozzi, and falls incomplete to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, not only that, you saw that the Woodlands were blitzing. They were bringing Jabarick Sullivan. They were also bringing, I believe it was Luke Podolsky. And Hughes, under the pressure, throwing, and it was into double coverage. Actually, no, that was Sullivan on the coverage. I think that might have been Deng Wei, number 6 linebacker for the Highlanders.
As now Hughes pistol formation, 2 receivers to his left. Cromartie at the top of your screen. Snodgrass will go in motion. It's going to be, looked like it was trying to be a screen pass to Cromartie.
Incomplete pass. The result will be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Yeah, going with the screen, I don't know. I would have gone probably to the middle of the field because that's what we've been talking about all night. That middle of the field has been vacant. And I know that you had the previous pass like towards the post on Cromartie, but try to play in between the hash marks, really. Get those intermediate throws.
3 receivers to Hughes' left. He's going to look to throw deep for Cromartie, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown! Julian Cromartie, a hat trick, 3 touchdowns on the day for this 3rd one in overtime to give them the lead. Can you believe it? His dad, Antonio Cromartie, on the sideline, and he has got to be proud of his son, as now it will be Cook on for the extra point. It's Cook lining up for the extra point after the 3rd touchdown on the day from Cromartie. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good, which brings our score 31-24. The Woodlands have to find the end zone, and if you do get into the end zone for the Woodlands, do you go for more overtime, or do you go for the win and go for 2?
Man, that is the tough question. Do you want more free football, or do you want to go home? This is what you won the toss. This is the situation you put yourself in if you're Coach Rapp.
I want more free football. I'm always fine with free football.
I'm feasting on it right now. I am a glutton for football. I'm not lying. We watch football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in my household. I'm sure that my wife
even got to get the Maction on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yes, Maction is back, baby. I really don't get to watch it that much. I try to at least be kind to my wife to not overload the football, but she understands that once it's football season, Thursday to Monday, she's prepared, and she even told my daughter, "Oh, you don't even know yet. You don't even know," because I have a toddler at home, and she's like, "You go football game?" "Yeah, we're going to football game, baby."
Dalton sends his man in motion. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man deep, open in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Number 14 ties it up. Carter Cass. And now it looks like they're going to send on the extra point unit. But one play in overtime, and it's a touchdown. Carter Cass. We haven't called his name much,
No,
but
we
now
haven't.
on one of his few receptions of the game, it is a huge one.
The sophomore wide receiver making the massive play to possibly tie this up and send it to another round of overtime. Not only that, attacking Marco Beltran. You'll see that on the replay coming up.
Crutching on for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. 31-31 to a second overtime we go.
Here you go. Here's the play. Play action. You have wide open down the middle of the field, and you were able to get past the safety, Marco Beltran. Sophomore wide receiver, Carter Cass. Cast me outside. How about that?
And the thing about Beltran, he has been playing so much. Do you think they'll start to try to attack him more, knowing that he's probably getting a little fatigued? He's not used to overtime games like this. He's not used to being on the field so much.
But the thing about the College Park Cavaliers, and the same thing with the Woodlands, they are well conditioned. When you play grueling football in the summer to get ready for a season like this, you know you have to be well conditioned. They both have great medical staffs working for them to make sure that they are training properly. We're swapping sides. We're going to opposite ends of the field for the next round of overtime.
And if after this overtime there is no victor, we will go to the 2-point conversion plays, which for the high school level take place from the 3-yard line. As now they are still flipping fields. Not a single soul has left this stadium. As now, this game sold out. If you didn't get in the door, if you didn't get your tickets before you got to the door, then you were out of luck.
Very much so. I remember an earlier game this season for the Woodlands. I think it was their homecoming game, and I was walking in to the press side that we usually come in, and some people that were waiting outside, there's like, hey, the game sold out. Do you have any extra tickets? And I'm wearing my shirt for the CISD crew, but I was like, no, I get in right here, right now. But as you can see, they're going to go ahead and start it off here for the Woodlands. Another wild.
It's going to be a wildcat. It's going to be a reverse. And now flags flying all around. Beltran on the tackle. And that could be very, very detrimental.
Holding. 63 offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
But the thing about the Woodlands, they haven't been penalized as much as College Park. College Park has been penalized at least 13 times. Now that the game has gotten a little bit more exciting, I might have missed calculating my scorecard a little bit. But I know that the Highlanders have not been penalized at least 10 times tonight, because some of these penalties have offset.
And my apologies there. I was trying to figure out the score of that Conroe and Willis game. The Battle of I-45, the Kinfolk Classic, whatever you want to call it, unfortunately has not been posted on Max Preps just yet. But right now, the Highlanders at their own 35-yard line. It's going to be flipped forward. Jetty's going to try to find some room. And that's Stewart again, somebody that they've been using on offense, a defensive back on offense. That is something interesting that they've been using. And also, I'm noticing now Bartolozzi is in there too.
Yeah, they brought him in that last drive before the fourth even ended, because they want to make sure that they have as many playmakers on the offensive side. But if you're really wanting to know about what's going on for the games, well, the final game for Willis and Conroe, Willis won 31-10.
Okay. Dave Campbell, always coming in clutch for us.
Always.
Thank you for having that subscription.
You're welcome.
So now Dalton's going to look to throw on second down. He's got a man. He's going to try to throw for him. Incomplete. That will bring up third down and 10.
And there you go. Looking for Kaysen Bartolozzi, but not only that, trying to challenge Marco Beltran.
Third and 10. And they are still well in the range of their kicker. We saw earlier he almost had a 50-yarder to win the game, but it just was a little inaccurate. It definitely had the leg. now. Dalton, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Running back to his left. He's going to look to throw. He's being pressured. He's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete to bring up 4th down. As now, are they going to send out the field goal unit?
You got to take the points right here. You can't risk turning the ball over, and all that College Park would need to do is get in better field goal range, go at least 3 plays, and get the field goal for the win. You have to take points where you can get them, and this is the easy call right here from Coach Rapp on the sideline for the Highlanders.
Crudgington, 43 yards. I believe that was the exact measurement of the field goal that he kicked to tie the game.
Delay game. Woodlands, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And that hurts you. That really hurts if you don't have timeouts here. That's the one thing that you don't have in overtime. You do not have those timeouts to use. And that is now challenging your kicker even more here.
48-yard attempt now. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is no good! The kick is no good! So now the Cavaliers have a huge chance to seal the game away. All they need is a field goal. So now that brings up the question, what do you do here? Do you immediately send the field goal unit out, or do you try to get more yards, and maybe at that point you're risking a turnover or anything happening?
I understand that you're risking a turnover, but why not? You have 3 downs to play with. You're starting at the 25. Yeah, okay, you're going to do the math. It would be most likely a 37-yard field goal. Let's try to give it to our running backs. Try to get at least in between the hash marks, wherever you want to know where your kicker Beckett Koch, where he wants the ball placed. So you pretty much favor that. You got Booker out there on the field. He's due for a big, huge play, but they're going to be pinching the line of scrimmage to try and prevent the run here.
The Woodlands defense needs a stop. Handoff to Booker. Booker, he's trying to find some room. He's breaking tackles. He's at the 10. The ball has come out. The ball has come out, but it will be recovered by the Cavaliers. Almost catastrophic.
The result of the play will be 1st down.
Tough break there for the Highlanders, almost recovering the fumble. But as you can see, Booker getting a massive gain on the ground, dancing, cut back, punching the ball out. Great for the Highlanders, but Cromartie, awareness where the ball went down, almost went out of bounds, so it would have been there. But huge break there for the Cavs.
Whistle before the play, and it looks like it's going to be another false start.
10 offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
You don't see that many false starts on your wide receivers. I know that there was one earlier in the game on Cromartie, but it was more of not getting set as he was in motion. But Wes, I tell you, penalties.
Hughes, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. They'll have Booker in the backfield with him. Play clock winding down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. They'll get the play off. Handoff to Booker. Booker, he's going to go in to the end zone. The Cavaliers win. The Cavaliers stay undefeated and move to 8-0. They win on a last-second touchdown. The sophomore running back is the hero that the Cavaliers needed. At one point, they were down 3 scores, and now they are your winners and stand atop the district. Do you believe it? As Al Michaels would say, do you believe in miracles? And all of the Cavalier fans are screaming, yes, yes we do. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wes, it's been an honor calling this game with you tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors, bringing you free football here, double overtime at the bank. Cannot believe it. College Park coming back down 14 into halftime, 21-7, turning it around, coming back, tying it up, Woodlands sending it to overtime, and then now double overtime, Cavaliers win off the Booker. Even Booker just fumbled the ball and then was able to recover it, and then runs it in as a savior for the Cavaliers. But yes, an honor to call this game with you here tonight at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We hope those of you who have been watching have been with us the entire night. It has been electric. It has been loud. It has been wild. Wes, closing remarks, please.
Yes, Jackson, it has been an amazing game. It was an honor to call it with you too, and it was an honor to just broadcast this kind of football game. This game was certainly one for the history books.
Hold on. I think that they have the ball ready for the extra point, but
whoa, neither team has left the field. This is
so that's it. Okay.
So this is it. That is the ball game. Your final score: Cavaliers 31, Cavaliers 37, Highlanders 31. This game has got me all out of sorts, but College Park still undefeated going into week number 9 of the season. As we can see the highlights here, we just want to say thank you all for listening and watching and staying with us. I love all you guys, but it's unfortunately that time of the broadcast where I'm going to bid you adieu. So goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang. Love all of you guys. Have a good weekend.
Yes, and please enjoy the highlights. This has been one for the ages, the War of the Woods, as it says. The War of the Woods. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Wes?
All right. Honored to do the game with you, man.
Also, to all of our people here at the Conroe Independent School District in our production booth, those filming out on the sidelines, we can't forget about those great people on our staff. But yes, Wes, have yourself a good night. Get some sleep. Get your studies. Get your homework done, okay?
I will. My voice is probably going to be
hot tea and honey. Hot tea and honey. Hot tea and honey.
We will see you hopefully next week. Love all you guys once again. Have a good weekend.